Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. I didn't get a chance to live stream yesterday. I wanted to, but I ended up getting kind of late, and I opted not to do so. But I had a couple things that I wanted to cover, that I wanted to go over in regards to the Yoda event, and I wanted to preview some of the new characters. We looked at a site on the last live stream. We kind of did a impromptu review of it. It's swgoh.gg, which has some really good stuff. And I know we got the Tuscan Shaman coming up soon, so I definitely want to go over that, talk about him. I know he's going to be released at some point in the near future, so maybe next month. So we'll look at his powers and stuff. And hey, Chris, what's up? Hey, watching for a bit on the way to work. Cool, man. Cool. Good deal. Appreciate you guys watching it. Yeah, I get a lot of messages from people saying that they'll pull it up on their phones, they'll put their headphones in if they're at work or something, and they'll listen to the replay. So I appreciate you guys coming out, spending time with me. Appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. Darian, I saw that you posted a message in one of the comments. I haven't had a chance to respond to it yet, but typically my live stream schedule is any day except Wednesday and Saturday for sure. And it usually falls somewhere in between 5 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. Somewhere in that window, it usually starts. Usually, on average, we'll see about 7 p.m. is typically when I do it. So, and who knows? Sometimes they're an hour, sometimes they're 4 hours. You just never know. Depends on how much discussion we got and how many people we have in here. Looks like for me, probably with the stream, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see how many people we get around 6 p.m. Doesn't look like we get as many as normal, so maybe we'll try to start these a little bit later. Carl Schmiel said, so Tuscan Shaman, are you a dev or what? No, I'm not a dev, but I'll tell you a little bit about me if you guys are new to the channel or new to the stream, or you're watching a replay of this. So I've been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for roughly, I would say, a little over a month. I have every character on my main account unlocked, and I've consistently finished at #1 since I started actually playing the game on my server, rank 1. Now, today I did miss it because I was trying to set up the stream. I missed my timer, so I finished second. Normally I would have had that. I mean, there's obviously no challenge really for me at this point on my server. You can see the guy who finished at #1. 5,000 over, well, almost, yeah, 5,000 power level higher than him. So 7 levels. So yeah, so we're moving along good on this account. Really ramped it up this week. It seems like I've jumped ahead of a lot of people on my server. Most people were kind of a level or two behind me, but now it looks like the level difference is really getting much larger. So I do refresh up to 900. I stop at 900 refreshes on this account every day. So right now I'm focusing on gear, and I'm building my next team that we talked about in the last live stream, which we could touch on in this one. But first off, let's get into the Yoda event. Let's just talk about that because that's coming up. Okay. So the Yoda event now is less than 3 days away. So we got 2 days, 18 hours until Yoda event starts. Are you guys ready for the Yoda event? Now, when I started playing last month, I came just about the time the Yoda event was going live. So I didn't think I was going to get Yoda last month, but I ended up getting him, and I got him at 5 stars. So I did end up with Yoda. Luckily, I was already building a Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi team anyways, so it just kind of worked out. But I do have a 5-star Yoda, so hopefully I will finish him at this next event, which we have, like I said, about a little less than 3 days. So that's the goal. If you don't have Yoda, or if you're trying to get Yoda, or if you're thinking about getting Yoda, we're going to go over today just some of the things that we're going to need to do or make sure we have ready to do so. And if you don't have your Jedis yet, let's try to do a crash course on how to get them as quickly as possible. So let's just take a look at some of the questions real quick. Connor asks, when will he be released? He will probably be the next character released, more than likely. Now that we have Magma Guard, Tuscan Shaman will probably be the next one, and he's going to be good. So we're going to talk about him in a minute. Juan, hey, what's up? Longtime fan. I finally made your live stream. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming. What dedication to the stream. Appreciate that. Have five-star Jedi. I'm going to try to get at least 6-star next event, Darian Brown said. So great. We're going to talk about that. If you guys have any questions, or if you're watching this on the official forums or some other forum, click on the link or go to the main YouTube page and you can live chat. We usually have good discussion going on in the chats. So make sure you do that. If you're here, go ahead and post something in the live chat. Let everybody know you're here. Appreciate you guys coming. And again, please subscribe to the channel. You will get alerts letting you know when we're doing a live stream. And you can actually set it up. I believe you can go a step further and go into the alerts and set it up to either email you or give you an alert on your phone. So again, just to recap, I do try to live stream every day except Wednesday and Saturdays for sure, and typically somewhere in between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. So let's talk about Jedis and the Yoda event. Okay, so Yoda, well, let's talk about Yoda first as a character. Let's pull him up because that's important to know. Whoops, wrong screen. Okay, we'll go right. I've been using this swgoh.gg site. So let's just go back to this. I got the Tuscan Shaman ready. We'll just move him off to the side for now. We'll come back to him in a minute. Okay, let's look at Yoda. Okay, so Grandmaster Yoda has a total speed of 151. Now, that's pretty fast. Yoda is the fastest Jedi of all the Jedi. Number 2 and 3 will be Qui-Gon Jinn and Anakin. So paired with a Qui-Gon Jinn lead, adding 23 more speed to Grandmaster Yoda will make him the fastest character in the game. Dooku is technically with base speed fastest of 161, so adding 23 more to the 150 for Grandmaster Yoda will really boost him up. I mean, he'll be able to get quite a few turns. He's going to be super fast. So that's always an option. And we'll talk about team building for Master Yoda because that's important. If you're going to get the character, you're going to spend time, and some of you are going to have to invest money if you're going to be able to make it in time to make this cutoff. Let's make sure that he makes sense on a team that you want or that you're going to want to pursue down the road. So his power level of 5910. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Yoda that a lot of people may not know is that he's one of the few characters. There's roughly 10, I believe, 9 or 10 characters that can get to gear level 9 right now. If you're at a higher level arena, or if you have him, Geonosis Soldier can get to gear level 9. It makes him tough. Super tough when you're going up against him. So Yoda can get to gear level 9, which really boosts up that power, which gives him that 5910 power, which is nice. His health isn't anything great, but he's not a tank. That's not what he's there for. He's there more for a support and to help out your team and to be super quick and being able to do that. So Yoda is a great fit for a Jedi team for sure. And we'll look at the squad builder and we'll build some teams out with Yoda here in just a second. But to get Yoda, let's make sure that you want him first, because if you're going to invest time and effort and possibly real life money into getting Yoda, let's make sure he's the character that you want. I had him at 5-star. And I wasn't super impressed with him at 5-star, obviously. But 7-star Yoda, I have some allies that have him, and I have used him, and he's good. He's pretty good paired with the right people, especially Qui-Gon Jinn, like we talked about. So just a couple little quick points we'll go over. It's been a while, probably since some of you guys may have looked at him, or maybe you've never looked at him. But Ataru. Deal physical damage to target enemy. If that enemy has more than 50% health, Yoda gains 25% turn meter and foresight for 2 turns. So a lot of buffs with Yoda, a lot of turn meter with him. Ataru, in case you don't know, it's a Jedi form that they have, just like Mace Windu has Vapid. Yoda practices the Ataru form. So Master Stroke deals his first special, deals special damage to all enemies. In addition, for each positive status effect an enemy has, Yoda gains that effect for 3 turns. So he's great at stealing those buffs. So if you're going against a Rey, or you're going against even Captain Phasma, who will buff the team, he will pull those status effects and take those away from the other team. Unstoppable Force, which is his second special. His cooldowns are long cooldowns, just so you guys know. Unstoppable Force is a 5-turn cooldown. So some of these powers you may not get to use first, because he has so many. And secondly, you probably won't be able to use them again in arena. So deal special damage to target enemy with a 65% chance to remove 40% turn meter. If that enemy had less than 50% health, they are also stunned for 1 turn. So that's a nice power. Again, a long cooldown, so keep that in mind. But deal special damage target enemy with a 65% chance to remove 40% turn meter. So you're going to be slowing them down, Okay, 65 chance to slow them down. And then also if they're below 50% health, you will stun them. Battle meditation. So Yoda gains tenacity up for 2 turns, then grants each other ally every positive status effect he has for 2 turns, with a 40% chance to also grant Yoda 30% turn meter. So lots of turn meter for a character that's already very, very, very fast, especially paired with Qui-Gon Jinn. So Yoda can be all over the battlefield, going crazy if all these turn meter, all these proc. So now look how this works. So we're going to get a buff that's going to steal the enemy's buffs, or we have a power that's going to steal the enemy's buffs and put those onto Yoda. Then we have a power that's going to take, is going to gain tenacity, so he's going to throw tenacity up, but he also is going to grant all of his allies every buff that he has. So if he steals 2 or 3 buffs and adds tenacity, he's going to be able to give those to the whole entire team, which obviously greatly increases the power of your overall team. So let's look at his leader. I don't think I would put him in as a leader just because I think I would want Qui-Gon Jinn, but it's always a possibility, and he does have a pretty nice leadership skill. Jedi allies gain 22.5% tenacity and gain 25% turn meter whenever they resist a negative status effect. So we've seen this power or this leadership ability in certain other characters, but it is a nice ability to have when going up against certain teams. So that's an option for Yoda. I mean, he is super fast on his own, but paired with Qui-Gon Jinn lead, it's tough to pass up, especially if you have a 7-star Anakin that's geared. I mean, they're super quick. So it's something to definitely look at and consider. So let's talk about squads. Let's just build one out. And let's just look at the Yoda squad. So I think the very first thing we would definitely want to do is put in Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay? We definitely want Qui-Gon Jinn as lead. Next, we would be looking at Yoda. Let's put Grandmaster Yoda in. I would think you would want our favorite #1 character of all time, which is Lumi. And then Ayla, I don't know how you say it. Let's just call her Miss Sakura. Miss Sakura, I think, would be a really good choice. She is rated as super high on a lot of the tier ratings I've looked at on Reddit and some of the other sites. So she might be somebody to look at. Now, she is pay to play only, so keep that in mind. But she's somebody that we could definitely stick in there. And then let's look at our other Jedi choices. I wonder if I can just search by Jedi. Can I just type in Jedi? No. Okay. But here we go. So here's Jedi Knight Anakin, which is pretty much a pay to play for the most part character. You can't get him up on some of the other some of the other hard nodes. You can get him up, but right here we're looking at Qui-Gon Jinn lead, Yoda, Luminar for some heals, and she does really good damage. She has ability block. We're looking at Sakura, who's going to have some really high damage. She's going to have some high attacks. She's going to have self-healing. She's got pretty good hit points. And then we got Anakin. So whenever we kill, or I'm sorry, whenever, if an ally were to die, so this is where I think he might be good on defense. If an ally were to die, well, sorry, that put me back on my other screen here. If she were to, if an ally was to die with Anakin, oh, I'm stuck on the screen now. Get out of here. Okay, let's pull him up. Pull up his powers. But if an ally was to die, then, or to get wounded, I believe even, then Anakin obviously gets a buff. I don't know if I would target anybody else on this particular team except maybe Qui-Gon Jinn before I would target Anakin. I'd probably target Anakin first just to get rid of him. But that's an option too on defense that you could look at. So I think this right here would be a really good squad, a really good team that we could look at. Fairly easy to build. Most people have Qui-Gon now. If we're trying to get Yoda, obviously that's the whole point of this conversation. Lumi is probably one of the first characters you would try to unlock. And then these two could be optional. You could switch in a lot of other people for these particular characters that you could put in. You could put in Kit Fisto, you could put in Mace Windu, you could even put in Jedi Counselor if that's the only option you have. Old Ben could work here. There's so many Jedi that could possibly work, but I think these two are going to be crucial together, and that's going to be Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda. Those two are great together with just that speed that Yoda has. Then you can see the difference to the power that Yoda gets by being gear level 9. He's significantly higher power than most of these other characters. So just be careful. Putting a 7-star max geared Yoda into your arena team is probably going to have some effect on your Galactic Wars difficulty. So just keep that in mind. That's one thing to be aware of. So I'm be curious to what you guys think on teams for Yoda. Feel free to put in the comments or in the chat, or if you're watching a replay, feel free to do so. Let me just take a peek over here to the live chat real quick, and let me just take a look and see what you guys got going on. Okay, so here's a great question that came up. This is off topic, but Stanislaw said, would you agree that farming gear is faster if you find the battle yourself rather than going through the character window? He said he read that somewhere. I'm not sure. I'd like to know that for a fact because I'll tell you what, farming for Leia to get her to gear 8 was a pain in the butt. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let's look at her. I can't remember what that node was, but let's look at Leia. What was that? Man, I can't see it now because I've already done it. Wait, I think it might be these. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one right here. Those things are a pain in the butt. The hypo syringe to MK6. That one was a nightmare to get. I believe that's the one that I had to do 50 times to get her to gear 8. Whatever the one is that I have to do 50 times to get her to gear 8 was freaking annoying. So yeah, if you guys know a trick or tip on getting how to make it easier to get that gear, if that is true, I would like to know that because man, that would help me a ton. Rogue, hey, what's up? Tassine, what's up? So I have been farming Anakin, and he is a pain to farm. Yes, he is. He is one of the tougher ones to get, especially his node. I'm having trouble on his node, or one of his nodes. Let's take a look here. I think, is that 4? Or is that 5? It's 5. I'm having a tough time on this particular node just due to the fact that the Luke Skywalker boss he buffs up and then he just one-shots one of my characters, so I can't seem to get that 3-starred. So you're right. Anakin can be a bit tough to get sometimes. So it's something to keep in mind if you're trying to get Anakin as one of your Jedis for this, which we're going to talk more about that. Is he worth it? Is Anakin worth it? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think besides his speed, I don't think his powers are that great. I do have Anakin. What is my Anakin? Where is he? I played with him a little bit at some point, I think. Where the heck is he? Here he is. So I got him up to 43. He wasn't one that I went after. I just reading different reviews and different sites, and plus he's hard to get. He's hard to get to 7-star. I put him on the back burner. There's other Jedi that I like better, but paired with the Qui-Gon Jinn Yoda team, I mean, they're just so fast. It's definitely a good option to have if you have Anakin. But I mean, you can see I already have Kit Fisto. I got Mace already. I mean, Mace is almost gear 7 if I want him to be, so I could get him purple. I could 7-star him if I wanted to. I just put him on the back burner. And Kit Fisto is already purple geared, and a little bit into, man, I should have saved these stupid syringes or whatever they were. Oh, they're only blue ones. Okay, not that big a deal. All right, but I kind of put them on the back burner. But there's some options. Sakura, I can get to 7-star if I wanted to, and play with her a little bit. But man, I found out after the fact she's really good. I probably should have put her in over some of the others. But if you're focused on getting Anakin and you're fairly close, I would continue to go for it. But if there's somebody you can get easier, I would switch gears, and we'll talk about that. Darian said, for FTP, for free-to-play players, I'd throw in GS instead of Anakin or Elia. Yes, I agree, but if we're looking at an all-Jedi team to complete the event, we have to look at those options to get, to actually complete the Yoda event. So it's kind of looking at that twofold. But yes, absolutely, GS is a great option. He's one of the other characters we talked about that can get to gear level 9. Currently in the game, there's only a few that can do it. So he's one of the ones that can get to it, and he is great, especially with the low cooldown on Swarm. Let's see. Matt Seba said Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, Rey, GS, Royal Guard might work well, or sub out Royal Guard for Dooku, Leia, or Poe. Absolutely, that could be a good team. Darian Brown said I'm level 67 and still only have that Anakin node at 2-star. Yep, I agree. It's tough. I have a Anakin 5-star, but would like to know whether to keep farming. One, the answer I would give you is you got to decide if Anakin's a Jedi that you want to go for. There are much easier Jedi to get. Even being a pay-to-play player on this particular account, you can see my Anakin, which where is he? We just had him pulled up. Let's take a look at him. Even with mine, my Anakin would only be 5-star if I promoted him. and only 15 shards into getting close to 6. So I have farmed him a little bit on those nodes, but just from opening packs, you're probably not going to get too many Anakin shards. He seems to be a lower drop rate. Now, a high drop rate character that you're going to get would be high drop rate compared to Anakin. Let me rephrase that. Okay, I don't want you to think that you're just going to open some packs and get them every time. But a little bit better drop rate if you're going to try to open packs is going to be Obi-Wan, Kit Fisto, or maybe even Mace. And Mace has a lot of nodes that you can farm for him. You can get him out of Cantina, or you can get him out of multiple hard nodes. So if you're just looking to try to complete the Yoda event, Mace would probably be a good one to throw in there that we could look at as well. JC obviously is a great choice because he's a lot easier to get. He's a lot easier to gear. So if you're looking to just build a team to be able to get Yoda, to try to get him for this event, if you're trying to get him 5-star, 6 or 7-star, we'll start there and we'll go back. But let me just look at these. Let me just take a look at some of these questions we have here. Can you borrow a Daka and save her heal for before you kill Luke? Yes, I mean you can. I've tried it. I tried to do it, and I've rezzed when fighting Luke, and I actually rezzed, and then he turned around and killed that person again. It was crazy. It seems to be FTP. He definitely first order TIE pilot. He always kills. So I had him kill my Daka before too. He can just one-shot people. SMB Gaming. Hey Skunk, I'm free to play. I have three 7-star Jedi and a 5-star Plo Koon and 6-star Qui-Gon Jinn. Is getting Yoda at 5 stars worth it for Galactic Wars, or should I invest in 6-star Plo Koon? Well, I don't know what you're questioning. I don't. Let me see. Let me try to look at this question again. I have three 7-star Jedi and a 5-star Plo Koon and a 6-star Qui-Gon Jinn. Is getting Yoda at 5 stars worth it for Galactic Wars, or should I invest in 6-star Plo Koon? I don't see why you couldn't do both. You have enough characters to be able to complete the 5-star battle and get 5-star Yoda. He's free. He doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, I would definitely get Yoda. He's a pain in the butt if your characters are just 5-star or whatever. He is difficult to get. I had to keep putting mine on auto and just pray that the random numbers would fall in my favor. And eventually I finally got them. I leveled up some people. I geared them up a little bit and finally got it. So it is going to be, I'm telling you, at star 7, it makes no difference at the 7-star battle. I've already watched videos. I've already read about it. It makes absolute zero difference. I'm going to have to put this on Do Not Disturb. Hang on, guys. Okay, sorry. Okay, got to get this back off full screen. Where was I? Okay. The 7-star battle for Yoda is going to be very tough, I believe, based on the videos I saw, based on the stuff I've read. So it's going to be a lot of random numbers in your favor. We'll talk about some of the tips and tricks to go over that as we get a little deeper in that. I want to talk about these squad formations right now, though, since that's kind of what we're on the topic of. Let's see, where was I at in here? But to answer your question, SMB Gaming, definitely go for as much as you can. I mean, definitely get the Yoda, regardless. Whatever you have, try to get it. And if you can get Plo Koon up a little more, maybe get him to 6-star, you can compete at a 6-star level, try to get, the 6-star Yoda. So yeah, absolutely. Keep doing that. And Qui-Gon Jinn, you can't go wrong with Qui-Gon Jinn at 7-star. Do you agree that Royal Guard is the new Poe? No, I don't agree. I think they're two different things. I think they're both good. I think they both can be good. I think they can be used together. Do I like Royal Guard over Poe? Do I like Poe or Royal Guard better? I would probably say I like Poe a little bit better, just based on the team that I run. Sorry that thing's popped up on my screen. I just closed it out. I got a little bit delay on the screen I'm looking at. So, but let's see. I have Qui-Gon 6-star, Lumi 7-star, and Yoda will be acquired this time. Also put in GS looking for my last member. Okay, I have Qui-Gon Jinn 6-star, Lumi 7-star, and Yoda will be acquired this time. Also put in GS and looking for my last member. Oh, okay, you're talking about for arena team. Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn, Lumi, Yoda, GS would be good. If you have Rey, definitely Rey. If you have Leia. Or if you have Hoth Rebel Scout, he would be a good option there too. Juan said, I also have a Mace 5-star. Okay, yeah, Mace you can get fairly easy. Mace you can get let's take a look here. I think it's in Cantina. Where's Mace? I wish they had the little characters that popped in, make it easier to see, like the little heads that pop up, like they do on the hard nodes. I know he's in there, not too deep into. There's Plo Koon you could farm if you want to try to do that. Pretty sure there was a Mace in here. I could have swore. Oh, there he was. There he is. So I know they got him on 4. Okay, so for a hollow table, you can farm Mace. So you can get him there. You can also get him out of, I believe, light and dark side battles. My Mace has to be promoted, so I can't see. But I don't think he was that far in to get Mace. I think he's fairly early. Probably better to pull him up on that site and look at. Okay, there he is. So you can get him in the hard nodes as well. So yeah, I mean, if Mace, if you have Mace or you want to try to get Mace, he's an option. He's a way to do it. Yeah, Mace is super farmable from Cantinas. Absolutely. Does anyone know if Yoda event will be back again for sure after this one? Yes, they said they're going to do it every month. So what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to have these events. They'll probably have one a week. The Scoundrel event will probably be next, because that's already in the, that's already been data mined. And we'll look at some of that stuff here in a minute after we get done talking about Yoda. But it's probably, based on what they said originally, he's going to come back every month. So you'll always have a chance to get Yoda. So yes. So if this video maybe doesn't help you particularly get set up within the next 3 days for Yoda to start. Now keep in mind, it's going to run all week. So you technically have 10 days. Technically a little less than 10 days to get as high as you possibly can. So 10 days is a long time. To be able to get characters up. So you do have time. It's not like, hey, it goes live in 3 days. It's 1 day, it's over. No, it's going to be live. It's going to go for 7 days. Okay. And then if for any reason you can't get him done this particular round, yes, he will be back 1 month later, and you can try again. So this video will be helpful, even if you can't get him this time, to get him the next time. Yes, Carl said they will be back on a regular basis. Yes. Okay. Juan said, I also have a 7-star max stat Phasma, which I use as my 5th. Any suggestions? I don't like Phasma not as lead. I really like Phasma as lead. I think that's the kind of the thing with Phasma. You could put her in because some of her powers are all right, but man, you're really missing out on that leadership. So but between her and Qui-Gon for that particular team, I would definitely go Qui-Gon. SMB. What I meant, is there a difference between a 5 or 6-star Yoda? Oh, yeah, well, of course, there's going to be a little bit of a difference between a 5 or 6-star Yoda. I mean, any character that's, that 1 star does make a difference. I would say definitely if you're close on Plo Koon and getting him to star 6, I would definitely try. He is farmable in Cantina. Plo Koon is farmable. We just looked at that. So, and I think you can get him also from, what was it? I thought there was one of the, was it Cantina you can get shards from? Where is he? I know I've seen him before. Or is it Galactic Wars? Might be Galactic Wars. Let's take a look. Plo Koon. Okay, it must be Arena. Heath Koth. Could have swore I saw him. No, maybe I was wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. All right, fair enough. So he is farmable in the Cantina though on those nodes. So let's see. Juan said, so I have a 5-star Rey. Is she better? 5-star Rey, if you gear her, man, Rey at any star is really good. So let me know who you think you would replace with her, and I'll tell you. I'll give you my best opinion on that. So 5-star Rey geared, who would she be replacing? Let me know. Or I also have a 7-star Max Poggle, Gear 7. Is he better? I don't really like Poggle and Qui-Gon Jinn. They're kind of the same thing. Poggle's kind of a little bit lesser version of Qui-Gon, I think. So if you have Qui-Gon already on the team, then I just wouldn't put Poggle in. But 5-star Rey can do work, man, depending on your server. Like my server, my Rey is going to be 6-star when I put her in. And as you can see, I mean, I can compete for sure on my server. There's a lot of people that don't have 5 stars or 7 stars on my server. All my arena team right now is 7-star. If you guys want, let's go ahead and just run. I can kill time with it anyways. Let's just go ahead and run an arena team while we're in here. We're going to get that rank 1 spot back. I don't like not having it. So again, I did finish. Oh, somebody's already engaged in an arena battle with me. Let's see if they beat me. They usually don't. Let's see if they do. Let's be funny. I usually I finished in the last, at least the last month or so. I finished #1 every day, except maybe once or twice. But today I did finish at number 2 because I was trying to get the stream up. I had my alarm set in my phone, but I was trying to get the stream live and all that. So I ended up at number 2. Not a big deal. I don't. It's doesn't really make that much of a difference. Where is it? Claim. And the one thing I do like about that by ending number 2 today is that I do get this back to 1,200 even, not that 50. I don't like that 50 at the end. It's annoying. So let's see here. Let's see if this person is done trying to fight me. Okay, so that person lost to me. Whoever tried to fight me lost. So let's take out GS. And Leia should take him out if she procs. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, next we will go for Poe to taunt. We don't really care about Sid right now, honestly. Okay, we're going to ability block. Get some turn meter reduction, hopefully. Okay. And let's just smash Qui-Gon. Okay, he's dead. I'm loving Leia, man. I got like one more level to go up on her 2 powers. And then she'll be done. So, oh, I didn't mean to hit her. I wanted to hit Lumi. If I just put this on auto and just click the people like who I wanted them to attack, I could probably finish these battles in like 30 seconds. So we're gonna finish Barriss, and she's dead. Okay, great. So we're back in the number 1 spot. Whoever tried to fight me lost. Okay, so there's that. Now back to the Yoda event. Let's see if anybody says. See what anybody's saying. Okay, been trying different comps, can't seem to beat rank 20. I'm going to give you guys my comp, my comp that I got from my group I'm in, FTB Gaming. One of the guys in there put that lineup in, and that's who I'm working towards right now. I'll go over that. It's going to be sick, dude. It's going to be stupid sick. If you're here for the last stream, you know a little bit about it. No, ask questions, Juan. Feel free. Anybody can ask questions. Feel free. Just please subscribe to the channel, though. I really appreciate it, guys. Please. It's very important you subscribe. The question is not who you can beat, but to hold your spot with also a good defensive team. Yeah, that's why I do like my current team. I do got a good defense on it. As you can see, somebody tried to fight me, and they lost. Usually when that happens, when I click, you're already engaged in a battle. I come back and I don't change rank. So I very rarely ever move. Somebody will usually, like last night or after reset, somebody got me to the number 2 spot. Okay, I have sat there for probably 18 hours at the number 2 spot. I was going to go take number 1 like I normally do today, but I didn't do so. So I didn't get to in time because I was setting up the stream. Leia is too iffy for me. Nah, man, not buff Leia, not max gear, max star Leia. She is freaking beast, dude. Beast. Let's see. Yeah, she moves on defense only on second turn. Yeah, because she's going to stealth. Leia is the one reason part of me would like to be pay to play. I just can't justify that investment right now. I agree, man. You don't have to. You can right now. You can get Geonosian Soldier. I'm doing him on my free to play account, which we'll look at. Absolutely, you can do it. Let's see. Is this Pokemon? I don't know. I've never followed Pokemon, so I don't know. Did you see the Lando GG video set? Yes, I did. I did look at that. So that's pretty cool. We can pull that up here in a little bit and take a look at that. So that was a cool video Vem sent me of him doing Galactic Wars using Lando and General Grievous. The thing I didn't like about it, I'll just tell you now, before we look at that a little bit later, is it's just slow, man. It's just too slow. It's too slow for me. Like on Arena, I couldn't do that. I'd die. Should probably time out waiting for that team to win. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I like it. I like the setup. I see the potential. I see where you're going with it. So yeah, we'll definitely look at that as well. Let's see. Anything else on Yoda? Any other questions that you guys have in regards to Yoda that we covered? I want to talk about the Jedi and where to get them at if you don't have them. So we know that in Cantina Battle, we could get Qui-Gon Jinn. That's probably who you have been working on, or you maybe already have him 7-star. But if you don't, we know we can get Qui-Gon Jinn out of Cantina. Are you going to be able to get him enough in 10 days? It's possible, depending on how many refreshes you do and how lucky or how lucky you are to already have him start up to a certain level. If you bought the pack that got him, yeah, you could definitely get him to 7-star. I think before the end of the Yoda event. Ahsoka Tano, if you bought that pack too, I think you got Ahsoka Tano, whatever. She could also be 7-star if you wanted to run her. I'm not a big fan of her. I wouldn't invest in her. But if you had to have somebody to try to get Yoda to get, because you have to have 7-star, you have to have 5 7-star Jedi. She could be an option to get there as well. Okay, we know Mace Windu, you can farm out of Cantina nodes. We said he was on 4, 1, 1, right? 4A, so 4A, the first node. You can get Mace Windu. You can also get him in some hard nodes if you want to go that route as well. From Squad Arena, let's see what our options are. We could go Eth Koth, and that is it. So we could go Eth Koth in Squad Arena if you had to. I'm not a huge fan of Eth Koth. I haven't done anything with the guy myself personally. He wouldn't be my choice of Jedi to go with. But if you had to, you could get Eth Koth out of Arena. Okay. And lastly, let's look at Galactic Wars. Of course, our favorite Jedi of all time, as far as this game's concerned, would be Luminara. So you should probably already have Luminara unlocked, and then you can just finish her off if you haven't done so. So right there, we got 2 out of Cantina that we can get, Ahsoka and Qui-Gon Jinn. We got 1 out of Arena, Eth Koth if we had to. We got 1 out of Galactic Wars, which is Luminara, who you should already have somewhat started. And then we can get some of the hard nodes. You can go for some people in there. Or if you're pay to play, you got the option of Kit Fisto or Aelia Secura, or however you say her name. So those are some options that you guys can go for. Now, another easy one too, I totally forgot about, which is JC, of course. JC is the easiest probably of all the Jedi to get. And you should already have him started because we're giving him, so to progress through your light side battles, whether you're free to play or pay to play, you should have him somewhat started. So yeah, so I think he's definitely an option, and he's viable to be able to go in there up against Yoda. So when going against Yoda, make sure in Battle 7, don't fight the guards that he brings. Just go for Yoda. Save those guards for last. Just really focusing on Yoda. Having Qui-Gon Jinn that can remove buff and having Mace that can remove buff is helpful. Okay, both those guys can remove buffs off Yoda. Qui-Gon Jinn with Humbling Blow, and then Mace Windu with what's Mace's again? I can't remember. Oh, Smite. Yeah, Smite will remove positive effects from Yoda. So you're going to want to try to keep those positive effects off Yoda. It just really buffs him up, makes him super powered. So that's important. Okay. Let's see. Let's get back to some questions. Yeah, I was wondering if a Rebel team would work well replacing Leia with Geonosian Soldier. I know missing out on her crit up hurts. Yeah, we'll talk about a team for Leia and GS here in a minute. Depends on the combo you're facing. Let's see. Rogue said, I have heard many people say Yoda 7-star stage, the one you must have is Barriss. Not sure myself as I don't have 7-star Yoda. Yeah, that's tough, man. If Barriss is going to help you a lot on the Yoda event, I only have Barriss. She's almost 6-star. But man, that's tough. Even if you bought the pack with her and unlocked her at 4-star, her nodes are just so deep into the game. And there's only 2 that I have access to be able to get them. Let's take a look. She's on node. What is she on? She's on 5. So the 2 that I have open is on the hard node, dark side 5. She's on 5C and 5E. So those are the only 2 places that I'm able to farm Barriss right now. So she's a tough one to get to 7-star. You don't just see a ton of 7-star Barrisses unless you're on a very established server, very older, much older server. Okay. The problem I have is no Barriss. Should I start farming? You should start farming Barriss regardless. You should have already been farming Barriss. Just due to the fact that she's so good on Galactic Wars, and there's only 2 nodes that you can get her on. For me, anyways, I'm sure maybe as you get going farther, there's more options, but that's all that I have open right now. I'm 67. Seems weird she hit so weak and her heal is poor if everyone is low and there's no healing immunity then elf. Yeah, they've been talking about on the forums for a while now to buff Barriss. And I think we will see a buff. She does hit super weak and her heal I mean, don't even put her in arena. Don't waste your time putting her in arena at all. Um, okay, so Vim said he'd finished Yoda at the tier 7 mark, and he said he found it helpful not to use anything that he can resist. Okay. Um, I personally like Heathcloth. He's pretty fast, and he has that stun. Yes, I mean I just haven't done a lot with Heathcloth. I'm not saying anything good or bad about the guy. I'm just saying I don't know enough about him. He wasn't one of the Jedi that I focused on. Them said he did it without Barris. So good. Okay, so obviously it can be done, and a lot of it I think comes down to random number generated. Vim, did you actually fight it, or did you just put it on auto 1,000 times, like some of the other people, and just let it do it? When you're 69, she is farmable on Cantina Battle 6A. Oh, great. Okay. So Rogue said when you're 69, Barris is farmable in Cantina. So great. So that's something to look forward to. So if you have that opened up, there's an option for you. Is a 7-star ETH cloth viable for Arena? I can't answer that question because 1, I don't know what your server's like, and 2, I don't know what team you put him with, and 3, I don't know enough about that particular character. So on the Yoda event, let's recap. Okay, we do need, if we're going to complete Yoda, if we're going to get him all the way to as high as we can get him, we need 7 7-star Jedi. Now, we can't just have 7 7-star Jedi. We're going to have to have some, they're going to have some gear on them. Okay, we're going to have to make sure we have somewhat of a decent comp. Okay, there's a lot of choices that we can put in there. Obviously, we know Barris is a strong help in there. Qui-Gon Jinn, it doesn't matter about his speed, so you don't have to put Qui-Gon Jinn first. Qui-Gon Jinn does not have to be lead for the Battle 7 for Yoda. Okay, the Yoda does not follow, that event does not follow the normal speed things of the game anyways, based on what I've seen on videos and reading different forums. So basically, Yoda's going to go when Yoda wants to go. Okay, so it's not going to make any difference having that speed with Qui-Gon Jinn. So maybe put in somebody that gives you maybe like Luminara or Barris as lead. You could put in or some of the other characters that's going to maybe be a little more defensive, maybe like Obi-Wan if you have him. So that's definitely there's definitely a lot of options that you can use to build that Jedi team, but you have to have 7-star Jedi, 5 of them, and you have to make sure they have somewhat of a decent comp and they are geared. And they probably have some ability mats invested in power. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be cheap to do it. But if you're going to try to, we went over where to get them. So you could definitely, it's definitely farmable. You could definitely do it. You have 10 days, worst case, to get it done. And then if not, you can always start preparing for the next event as well. And always don't forget about JC. He's pretty easy. I keep forgetting about him, but he's definitely an option to have there because you probably already have him started at some point on your roster. So that's the Yoda event. It is going to go live in less than 3 days. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to try it out. I liked the last one. It was fun. The last battle was so tough. I didn't think I was going to get him right at the very last day, actually probably a few hours left. I leveled up a couple times or something. I geared some of my Jedi up. I think I might have switched them around a little bit, and somehow, some way, shape, or form, I ended up beating Yoda. Random numbers were in my favor for that particular battle, and I did get him. So I got him 5-star. I played with allies that have him a 7-star. I played with him before. Not in PvP, obviously, but in some of these battles and stuff, he's pretty cool. And like I said, on a team pair with Qui-Gon Jinn, I think he'll be real good. He could be pretty dangerous. So that's some options. And after the Yoda event, maybe we could talk more about teams as people start to get him and start to use him more. Okay. Let's see. Vim said. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's look at this. I heard Lumi is best for 7-star Yoda as the dodge chance makes a passive difference. Heal helps a little too. Okay, so Lumi as lead could be an option. Yep, absolutely. Vim said he had Lumi lead, Qui-Gon Jinn, Jedi Counselor, Kit Fisto, and Sakura. He fought Yoda with Mace and Offie, burnt Yoda first. Do not use resistible skills. You're not going to land one ever. And Yoda, after Yoda, kill Mace and then Offie. Okay, so there's the setup. So here's a good team, and this is a very doable team. You might have to switch out Elia or maybe Kit, depending on if you're pay to play or free to play or how many shards you have. But Lumi lead, Qui-Gon Jinn, JC. So those are all very easy to get. Okay. So kill Yoda first. JD said don't use things that are resistible. Don't use powers that can be resisted. He said you won't ever land one, and he said just go for Yoda, then Mace, then Offie. Okay. So Lumi is definitely a great choice to have there for lead. That's how he completed it. I've seen Jedi Master Aelin run him in arena, and he's consistently top the arena. Absolutely, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. If you're talking about Ethkoth, if we're going back to Ethkoth, yeah, you could do it. Depending on the team you build, yeah, you can do it for sure. Winning an arena is not that difficult. I mean, like you see, I mean, I can get beat by people on my server, um, that are 5,000 power level lower than me, or sometimes 7,000 power. I mean, it can be done. So yeah, you can do it and maintain it. And sometimes you have to invest some extra energy to get those extra fights in to stay at the top. But yeah, you can definitely do it for sure. So yeah, Ethkoth, I don't personally know enough about him. He wasn't one of the characters that I wanted to go after. But who knows? Maybe in the future I would do it. Isn't he the one that's good against droids? I think didn't he have some droid powers or something? I can't remember. Or maybe that's Plo Koon. I don't remember. So, some of them do. I haven't followed up on Plo Koon or Ethkoth much myself personally, but that's just me. So Yoda event, let's get ready for it. Let's finish it out. For my account, I definitely want to get that done. Have 7-star Yoda just so I can be done with him. I mean, it's free as far as like getting him. If you already have the characters, it's not free if you're trying to build up a team to get him, and you have to invest some real energy or mats or packs or whatever you're trying to do to get it. If you're not real close, I wouldn't invest in packs. Stay away from those. It's a trap to try to get there. There's a lot of other ways you can get these characters for these Jedi without having to open a bunch of packs and hope that you get Kit Fisto or Sakura or one of them. So let's see. Anything else on Yoda that you guys have? Anybody else on Yoda? Oh yeah, I'm a Gundy. I have I'm a Gundy too, but I don't have him. I think he's only at like 5-star. I'm a Gundy I used. I think actually to get Yoda. Where's he at? I'm a Gundy. I played with him for a while. He was the one. He was the Jedi I was actually really starting to use a lot. He was my leader because I liked that counter, and then I switched right around the time that I had him, or I was using him. The Qui-Gon Jinn speed thing was released for Arena, so I switched to Qui-Gon Jinn. But yeah, I'm a Gundy. I think he was on my team. He was on my team up to 4-star. Yeah, so I didn't. I used a different team to get the 5-star Yoda. I got to the 4-star Yoda pretty quick, or the enough shards, or however it was to get the 4-star. You don't unlock him until you get him to 5-star. But I got the 4-star fairly easy. There were easy battles all the way up to that, and then the 5-star was where I had a real tough time based on where I was at that particular moment. I think I was only like level 40 at that range, somewhere in the 40 range at that time. So hoping I'll get 70 by the time that comes out. 3 days, I should probably be 70 or pretty close to 70. Now, keep in mind, like we said, we do have a 10 whole days roughly to be able to do the event. So the event's going to start in a little less than 3 days, but then it'll run for a week. So we will have time during that week to continue to level up or gear people up or try to fill any holes that we have in that team. So is Yoda worth it? Yeah, I think Yoda's worth it for sure. I mean, especially if you're already going to have a Jedi team built to get him. So he makes sense. He could fall right into that team. He seems like a pretty fun character to play. Make sure you get his combo right. You don't want to use the wrong powers at wrong times. So make sure you study his powers like we looked at earlier, and you use those in the right order, and you can really give your team a huge burst with those buffs. So, um, who would be best for lead versus Yoda? Yeah, 6 and 7 will rock your world. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they're really tough. I did try it just a couple times because I did open it up. I did have access to the 6-star one, but there was no way that was happening. I don't even think I did any damage to him at that time. I was level 40, and my characters weren't, obviously they weren't leveled, and I don't think I had that much gear at the time. So yeah. I mean, hopefully this time around I'll be able to complete it. I think like I said, I know I'll be 70 within 10 days. So I'll definitely be 70. But let's talk real quick. Anything else? I'm gonna take just a minute break. I'm gonna grab a drink, grab a bottle of water out of the fridge. But anything else that you guys got for Yoda, go ahead and post those in the live chat. I'll answer those real quick. But if not, we'll go ahead and move on, and let's take a look at the shaman. Okay, I'm back. So it doesn't look like any more questions on Yoda right now, which is fine. I think we covered a lot of ground on Yoda. So I think we got Yoda covered for now. I think everybody has a good idea how to get to him and what to prepare for going into those battles. Vim said, just an FYI, Yoda with Qui-Gon Jinn lead is faster than Dooku. Yeah, we looked at that earlier. We pulled up Yoda stats here on swgoh.gg, and with the 51 base or max speed when leveled and geared, then we add on Qui-Gon Jinn's 23. Yeah, it makes him the fastest character in the game. Super fast. It also puts Qui-Gon Jinn and Anakin at 160 speed, so there would only be one speed lower than Qui-Gon, or not Qui-Gon Jinn, than Count Dooku. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some good team options with Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda in there. I mean, speed wise, they can do some crazy stuff. And keep in mind, Yoda does a lot with turn meters, so with his power, so that makes him even faster than what he is. Chris said, Lumi lead for Yoda and pray for random numbers. Yeah, that's how I 7-starred him. Absolutely. Yeah, the random numbers. Now, did you guys put them on auto and just let them auto over and over again, or did you guys actually play it out? I heard a lot of people just put them on auto, selected Yoda, so they targeted Yoda, and then just went to town that way. So let me know how you guys did it. Did you actually manually fight them, where you selected the powers, or did you put that on auto pick or auto fight? So let me know. I threw mine on auto a couple times just to get an idea, and I think I actually finished them on auto. I just got real lucky on numbers. So that's Yoda. That's our options for Yoda, and that was, there's different teams we can build, but the team that we built out was Qui-Gon Jinn, lead Yoda, Sakura, Luminara, and Anakin, or you could, the Anakin role could be put in with a lot of different people. So them said no. He just said a lot of deaths, so he manually played them, I think, and just tried it that way, which I think is probably going to be your most effective way. But it can be a lot of tries. So some people I've seen put it on auto and just did it that way. So whatever works. Real fights, he resists everything and gets mad. Turn meter from resist. Okay, yeah. So probably don't want to let it go on auto. I wish there was an option to auto only use basic attacks. Yeah, true. That would be cool. That'd be nice to use in the first 2 encounters, and then save all your powers for the 3rd encounter on doing light and dark side battles. That would be cool. Okay, so that was Yoda. We covered that. Let's move into the Tuscan Shaman, which will probably be the next character release. It's looking like, based on I'm in the FTB gaming community. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's the guy who runs Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Cantina. It's a gaming group that he has. You guys are more than welcome to apply to it. Go to swgohcantina.com, click on FTB at the top, or you can go to lordskunk.com, click on FTB at the top of that page, whichever, and you can get to that, and you can learn more about FTB. You can apply to that. It's a great group of people, all the top players for this game. Tons of information, tons of strategies, tons of theory crafting, all the good stuff that you could want to have about this game is in there. So let's look at Tusken Shaman. I think this is going to be one of the next characters released. Well, I know it's going to be one of the next characters released. I think this might be the next character that's going to be released. So we'll see how that plays out. But let's go over the Tusken Shaman, because unlike some of the other characters, which we will go over in future live streams, so we can touch on a little bit of those after this, that are in the game, they've been data mined, they are there. These are the ones that are more than likely to get put in. So the Tusken Shaman, offensive healer that can also boost offense and rapidly stack damage over time effects. Okay, 54 power, 119 speed, 13.8 health. So another healer for the dark side, which we know the dark side, the healing is the hardest part about that, and getting through some of those battles. We got Daka, who takes a little while to unlock in Cantina, especially if you're new. And then you have Talia, who you're given, but man, sometimes she's more of a liability, than she's worth. So those are our 2 main healers that we have on dark side, and that's it. So Tusken Shaman, I think, is going to be the next one released, just because we need that extra heal over there. It's difficult to get through some of those battles without the heal. Daka's so unreliable. Unlike the Ewok Elder on the light side, she's not guaranteed to res anybody. You just have a chance to res. And the higher up you take her powers, the higher up that chance gets. But still, it's not guaranteed that you're going to be able to res. And it's very frustrating to get through these battles. A very tough battle. and then lose somebody at the end and not get the res, and then you only get 2-star. So we're looking at Tusken Shaman, the abilities for the Shaman. So at level 7, the basic attack is going to be Desert Toxins. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict damage over time for 2 turns. This attack inflicts an additional damage over time effect if that target was already suffering a negative status effect. Okay, so like most healers, not super high damage on their basic. Rite of Savagery, 4-turn cooldown. All allies gain offense up for 1 turn and recover health equal to 20% of Tusken Shaman's max health, plus an additional 5% for each enemy suffering a damage over time effect. So obviously you want to spread that damage over time with the basic as much as possible before you pop that heal. That is a 4-turn turn cooldown, which obviously is a, it's a long time. If you just have him as a healer, if you don't have Daka backing you up, or maybe even Talia. So keep that in mind. But spread those dots around. Don't just keep auto attack or basic attacking one person. Use that toxin on one target, then switch to the next target on the next turn to be able to get that spread around, so you can get even more heals going on for your Rites of Savagery for your Tusken Shaman. And then his unique ability, Master Storyteller. Whenever any unit is defeated, all Tusken allies gain 20% turn meter and recover 10% of their maximum health. Let me see. Is that a leader or is that a unique? Huh. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a unique or if that's a turn meter. Or I'm sorry, turn meter. If that's a unique or a leadership ability. I'm not sure on that one. Usually they say. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, either way, it's more geared towards Tuscan allies. So if you don't have whatever that dude's name is, Euro or whatever, or the Tuscan, whatever it is, Tuscan, is it Tuscan Raider? I think it's Tuscan Raider. If you don't have those two, this really doesn't do you any good, anyways. So, so we'll find out if that's a unique or if that's a leadership. I'm just not sure on that one. But yeah, I mean, so the heals, yeah, if you use the heals right, I think you spread that Desert Toxins around to different enemies, and then use that. I think you can definitely heal some pretty good chunks up on your dark side team if you're going there. How's he going to be in arena? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't, he's got some damage over time and stuff, but he looks like he synergizes well with Tuscan. I don't know a lot of people that run Tuscan. There will only be 3 of them in the game when he's released, so we'll see how that pans out. But to have another healer on the dark side, hey, I'm not complaining about that. We'll definitely welcome them. It looks like to max gear him, he is going to be max gear 8. Okay, and it looks like it's going to take 180 purples. So keep in mind, it takes 300 purples to max Leia or Rey to gear 8. So it's going to take 180. It takes 220 to do Geonosian Soldier and 150 to do Hoth Rebel Scout. So he's definitely on the lower end of gearing cost. So that's nice. So it's not going to cost you a ton to gear him. So let's take a look at some of the questions that we have in the chat. Tuscan Shaman looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan. Thank you. Is there any new Jedi coming soon? We can talk about those. So you kill the other person, weaken Barriss, let her equalize, rinse and repeat, then kill Yoda and finish Barriss. Worked for me. Okay, great. So if you guys are watching this from the official forums, click on over to the main site and you can see the live chat, and they're talking about some good strategies for Yoda, which we can go over. Chris has to go. I think he's heading to work, so thanks for coming, Chris. Appreciate you coming out. Again, guys, if you just started watching this, please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. It will alert you to when we are live streaming, so you will get an alert and you'll know what's going on or when I post a new video. Don't believe the data mining. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's right now it's just giving you an idea of what these powers are going to be. Obviously, things can always change. It looks like they were pretty close for Magna Guard was pretty much spot on, and I think even Grievous. So of course, a dev's going to say, "Don't believe data mining." Of course, all devs say that every game you play. Vader or Sid would be awesome to AOE before using that Rite of Savagery. Yeah, that would be cool. Well, wait a minute. For each enemy suffering suffering a damage over time effect. So you're right. It could be any damage over time. It's not specific to the Tuscan Shaman. So you're right. Vader or Sid could drop AoE on him. Absolutely. And here I'm hoping for Jawa Engineer for my General Grievous 7-star. Yeah, I mean, Jawa Engineer I think is coming. I just think that they're going to release this Shaman first because we need that dark side healer. Now could they release the Jawa Engineer first? Yeah, they could, but I think we know those are probably the next two coming. So it's going to be the Shaman or the Engineer, which we can look at in the next live stream. Is Tusken Raider good with 19k health? Oh wow, I didn't realize his health was that high. So Tusken Raider, let's look him up because I haven't done a lot with him. Let's pull up the Tusken Raider. His health is at 16. I don't know how you would get 19 with him, but 5,600 power, 121 speed. Rifle shot. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 40% chance to remove 50% turn meter. Tusken ambush. Deal physical damage to target enemy and call a random ally to assist. If the assisting ally is Tusken, both attackers deal 75% more damage. Strength in numbers. Tusken Raider gains 13% offense for each living Tusken ally. I'm assuming these are uniques, not leaders, not leadership skills. So, yeah, it looks like they do synergize fairly well with each other. Let's just look up that one Aurora or whatever the hell his name is. Deal physical damage, target enemy with a 45% chance to stun for 1 turn. Tusken allies gain 100% turn meter. Gains offense up for 3 turns whenever enemy is stunned. Tusken Chief. Okay, so this is a leader. Tusken allies gain 50 defense, and other allies gain half that amount. Interesting. Yeah, I could see some synergies there with those 3. It's kind of like the Ewoks too. You know, there's only 3 of them right now. So, but as you can see in the game, let's go down a little bit. We do see that Wicked's in the game. So he doesn't have any power, no health, no speed, nothing yet. So he's just in there. The Tusken Brute. So there's another Tusken coming down in the future. See a lot of ships in here, so you know we're gonna have those ship battles eventually. Off to the right in the game, where that hut is, you know, there's some ships that are ghosted out. So that's where that will take place. Padawan Anakin. Low gray. So there's another Ewok. Jedi Sentinel, Jedi Master Sentinel. I don't know if those will be playable. Those could just be NPCs or people we fight. Hoth Rebel Luke. Hoth Leia, Hoth Rebel Commander. Hermit Yoda. Han Solo. Could possibly be for the Scoundrel event, possibly. Geonosian Padme. Ewok Warrior. Emperor Palpatine. That's what we're waiting for. All black too. Look, he's got powers and speed in there too. So they at least have him in there, somewhat of a placeholder. Stun-based attacker with death field, turn meter, and health fill. So that'll be cool to see him in all black. Dengar, Dark Side Barasafi. So there's another Jawa. There's another possible Ewok. C-3PO, Bosk. So there's definitely, from the data mining, there's definitely some characters that are in there. Could just be placeholders, could just be in there as NPCs. But some of the main characters, I mean, Palpatine, we're probably going to have him at some point for sure. I mean, he's one of the main characters from the original trilogy. So, but these are the ones: Chewbacca, Jawa Engineer, Luce or something. I'm not sure what that is. It's Night Sister. I'm not sure how you say it. And the Tusken Shaman. Those are your 4 probably upcoming releases. So I think it's going to be between the Jawa Engineer and Tusken Shaman. Now let's look real quick. Now Chewbacca, this is Scoundrel Chewbacca. So could there be a possibility that he could be from the Scoundrel event? Maybe. Could maybe be Chewbacca, possibly in there, that you get instead of Han. I would think it would be Han though, but that's just me. Who knows? We're just having fun right now at this point. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the chat. If you go with Poggle, he will get offense. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that could be an option if you're talking about Tuscan Raider and Poggle and some type of synergy there. That could maybe be. Let's see. What else do we have that I wanted to go over? But my overall thoughts, I think, on the Tuscan Raider, I'm happy, man. Any more heals we can possibly get on Dark Side, I'm in. I'll take them. I think everybody can agree with that. The AOE thing is cool too, or the damage over time thing is cool because you do got Sid that can AOE with that. Vader can AOE with that, so that would make his it boosts his healing up even more. So we'll see if he's the next one released. Hope he is, because that would be nice to have an additional healer on the dark side. So, any questions on Tusken Shaman? Any other comments on that? I'm going to give you guys a minute to type those in live chat. If you have any of those, we'll be happy to talk about them, or any of the characters that we looked at on these spoilers. I like this swgoh.gg site. They got some cool stuff on there. I like the squad builder. It's a pretty neat site. We kind of did a site review of it in the last live stream. So it's one of the ones that's pretty easy to navigate and get around. It has some helpful information. Also, please, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. My ally codes are in the comments. Let me know, and if not, we're gonna move on to doing some Galactic Wars arenas or whatever, and we can talk a little bit more about my next team, the team I'm building next. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that, and then I will be right back. So if there's no other questions in live chat, I'm gonna move on. Is there any new Jedi on this list? Now, on this main list, these are the 4 characters that are more than likely to come next. No, there's no Jedi. But there are a lot of Jedi that are in the game that could potentially be new characters somewhere down the road. So who did I see? I saw a couple. That one little guy with the big ears. This guy, Even Peel, is one. He's a Jedi. Can I just search by Jedi or no? No Jedi Luke yet that I see in here. Hermit Yoda, we don't know what he's going to be all about. I would assume he would be Jedi, though. Let's see. I thought I saw some. Possibly Jedi Master Sentinel, Jedi Sentinel, Jedi Temple Guard. I doubt any of those are going to be playable. Those are just NPCs. This guy, remember from the Jedi Council in episode 1, 2, and 3, Ki Adi Mundi probably would be, if he's going to be playable, we know he'll be a Jedi. Padawan Anakin would be a Jedi, I would assume. Oh, this chick's a Jedi. Shakti. I think that's it for now. So nobody likes super cool Jedis that I seen coming up. So we'll see. We'll have to look at some of these powers and stuff. But who knows? They may release them, they may not. But they're in there. So there's, if they're in there, there's hope, right? If they weren't in there, then there wouldn't be any hope. So can you check that Chewbacca again? Seemed like same skills, etc. What's that about? Let's take a look. Okay, Bowcaster, deal physical damage, 40% chance. Yep, that's the same. Defiant Roar is the same. Wookiee Rage, Wookiee Resolve. This might just be in there as a placeholder for Chewbacca. This might just be in there as a placeholder, I would think, maybe for him. So these powers are just based off the other one that's already in, and then maybe they'll switch those around. So we'll see. It's not really much difference if he's he's light side, which he is now, scoundrel, which he is now. I don't know if he's rebel. I don't think he's rebel. Is he rebel? And tank. So we'll see. We'll see about that one. Like they said, don't always go by what the powers say in the data mine, because those could change. So maybe he's just in there as a placeholder. But I'm sure we're going to get Chewbacca. I mean, they specifically have a Clone Wars Chewbacca, so we know that's not the Chewbacca that from the original trilogy, episode 4, 5, and 6 that we all fell in love with. So we'll see what they come up with in regards to that. Yeah, there's some new Geonosian. I think there's a Geonosian commander. There's a Geonosian warrior, I think. I think those are already in the game, those NPCs. So we'll see if they come out with more Geonosian for a full Geonosian team, which it seems like they would. You got Poggle and Geo that synergize with Geonosian, so eventually I'm sure they'll have a team for those. So any other questions you guys have, I'll give you a minute to come up with those. If not, we'll move on to Galactic Wars. Okay, we're back. Let's do Galactic Wars. I'm going to start on my main account, my pay-to-play account. I always do the first battle, get that out of the way just to complete the daily, so I can get that done. So let's go ahead and see. We got a Sid. These are all a little bit lower level than us, so I don't think we got much to worry about. We'll run our normal team. Qui-Gon, we'll throw in JC, Sid, Barris, and Leia. Yeah, I'm going to take out Sid first just because that healing immunity is annoying. So he's dead. Next, we might as well do a little damage on Lumi. She's dead. Okay, now we'll just go to town on Chewie because he's going to taunt anyways. And at this point, we're just really letting cooldowns reset and whatnot. Maybe throw up a. I'm not even going to waste that. Maybe throw up a heal with JC or something if we need it. I haven't been able to complete Galactic Wars the last 2 days on my free-to-play account. I just haven't had a big enough roster. But we'll look at that one as well. Hopefully this one goes quick today. My biggest problem that I had with Galactic Wars in the past was my level. You know, I was like level 50, mid 50s, and I was getting paired against 70s. That was tough. But now that I'm higher level, I haven't had too many issues getting through it. I got a deep roster on this account, so it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, we'll just keep the same strategy going. Probably going to need to heal with JC this time, though. Ventress can hit hard, too. So I'm not counting her out. Matter of fact, we'll see if we can just kill her. Pretty close. Get rid of JC, he's annoying. Or Sid, he's annoying. Probably should have healed with JC there, but Sid's out now, so we don't have to worry about any. What? Why am I attacking him? All right, now we will. Okay, now we'll just basic attack and reset our cooldowns. All right. The calm before the storm right here. That's what this is. The calm before the storm. Okay, this ain't bad. Well, here we go. Now we can see a Yoda in action. So it's going to be a 5-star Yoda. Okay, we'll go with the same team. I don't think there's any reason to switch them up at this point. Let's just take Ventress out because she does self-heal. So 5-star Yoda's pretty squishy. Man, they're all over JC. Okay, let's get rid of. We'll AoE him. I think we'll have time to reset that. I don't really care if he would have healed because it just would have gave us more time to reset some cooldowns. So. Yeah, free to play without Lumi is rough. I am free to. Well, we'll talk about that account in a minute. But yeah, I don't have Lumi on that account, and it makes it real tough to do Galactic Wars. Okay, so now we're running into 70s. Now they don't have full 7 stars, so we do got to pop that heal off though. I got to quit jacking around. I need to get that heal off, get that going. No Sid though, but they do have Kylo, so. You can put that immunity on as well. I'm going to heal with Lumi. Let's get the heal over time going, and hopefully we'll finish. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, what? Who was that? Is that Lumi you killed? Whoa. I don't fight Greedo that much. Let's move him around. But I healed with her, so she wasn't low health. Okay, now we'll pop her heal. Kylo isn't going to one-shot anybody, so. Dang, shit's hard. Oh my goodness, man. We're going to send in a team to soften these guys up. We'll just send in a real low team. That's annoying. Poor little Ewok Elder. Doesn't stand a chance. Okay. Lumi did some major damage, though. Let's see if we can do some damage on her or something. Jeez. Hit with JC. Damn, I was hoping to finish her. We really want to finish Kylo because we don't want to leave him with that last power that he has when he's under 50% because he will wreck people. Okay, so he's done. I think Phasma is going to be our. Yeah, not a lot of damage now. We should be good. Yeah, if you got a deeper roster and you can throw in just even some level ones like I did, sometimes it'll help. All right, let me take a look at the chat, see if we got anything. I think that was a 7-star Lumi that they had. Oh, Greedo's OP because of his tier 9. Yeah, you can go to gear 9 with him, huh? Rogue said, "Have you found the change to Galactic Wars? Mine has gotten a little harder, more fun though, as I'm having to change up my squad a bit. I haven't had too much trouble at all on my main account. Rogue, it seems to be on my free to play, and that could just be due to the fact that I'm building an all droid team, and so I'm light on heals. I don't have Lumi, I don't have Barris. Um, and I don't have a deep roster. I finally just now got it to where I have 20 characters now, though, that are available. I could put on a squad, so that's technically 4 squads I could have. But we'll look at that one next after this one and take a look. Now here we go. Here's my same level people, but not quite as many stars as me. So we're pretty healed up now. We're healed up fairly good. So let's see how we do. I really like to just get Sid out of there. Yeah, I like that. And we'll get Kylo because I just don't like the healing immunity. It's really annoying. Okay, so let me burn her heal. Yeah, Kylo's AoE doesn't really do a lot. Let's take this off Chewie with Qui-Gon. Oh, it failed. So we'll have to beat on Chewie a little more. Yeah, and I'm forced to use Chewie as my main tank on my free-to-play, and he's not that great. Come on, Leia. One more. You know what? Let's just get this on cooldown. Get that going. Sid is immune, but that's okay. He's not damaged that much. He'll heal from killing these people. So okay, that's it. Let me look at chat real quick. What's up, Cookie Monster on live? What's up, brother? Thanks for making it to the live stream. How's the lag? I had some comments and stuff people posted saying that the frame rates and stuff weren't that great. I'm doing this for Google Hangouts. It's not like I'm doing it through some professional studio quality software. So just let me know on that if it's all right for you guys. Okay, so we got 7-star 70s. I'm thinking now we're going to need to throw in another one of those little squads. Let's just see what we can do with one of these. Just try to maybe get some of their cooldowns. He's going to probably kill the whole team. Yeah, he killed the whole team right there. Okay, so we got rid of his AoE. Boba Fett's got AoE. Okay. This one's going to be tough. This is a tough team. I don't want to throw any of my B or C or D teams at it yet. Let me see what I can do with them. I might need to move Barris off in, but we'll see. Come on, kill him. Oh, so close. Thinking. Let's try Lumi. Maybe should have used my power on her instead of that, but it's going to hurt. Dang. Who did I go for? I went for Sid, right? Yeah. So close, too. All right. She wiped us out last time, so. Oh, no. Not Leia. I know what we'll do. But they're AoE though. So I was going to say Poe, but Poe might not work because it's still good around him. Um, Now this might help because now they can't use their AoE. So let's see if we can get rid of. Let's try Ventress. Dang, I thought I had this on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so there goes Ventress. Now, man, we got some healing immunity debuffs on us, though. This is going to be tough. Don't kill. Oh, no. That's not good. Okay. Or can I have to do it? Hate to lose this squad this early, but oh, I shouldn't be going after him, really. I should go after, like, Ventress. Because when they do kill some of my people, which they will kill some of my people, he's just going to heal. She's just going to heal. Great. Well, at least she burned it, I guess. Okay, let's see if this is under 50%. Heal. I love this squad, man. I mean, this squad will do damage for sure. All right, so hopefully that was enough. Now I'm thinking Boba Fett. Throw this up. Yep, go ahead. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to read chat real quick. Cookie said, no lag, all good. Juan said, yeah, it's a bit laggy, but the content is worth it. Thank you very much. The frame rate isn't terrible. It drops a few frames with the animations, but then it seems like it's a Google Hangouts issue. Yeah, I think so too. I found out that if you switch the unit that got called into assist with Qui-Gon, you can switch it to another unit by placing that unit where the unit who assisted Qui-Gon. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So if you have a character that calls an assist in Galactic Wars and you don't like who they call, like for example, if I use Qui-Gon and it called Old Ben, obviously if I'm calling assist, I would prefer it to be Leia. So what he's saying is that if you call an assist or you play a match and it calls an assist, and it's Old Ben, if you just reset the match, retreat, put Leia or whoever you want to be the assist in the spot of the person that was called assist, and he will call them. So that's cool. That's good to know. Cookie Monster said, I'm going to indulge myself in some Chromium soon. I had game reward points traded in for $60 worth, 60 pounds, I think, worth of iTunes gift cards. Do you think I should spend them this week or wait for something in the future? Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on what you got. I have to see your account again. I haven't seen what you're running in a while. I would wait. I mean, I would personally use that energy to get gear, to do resets. And if you're not 70, for sure do that. But get the resets in Cantina. I usually like to do at least 2 resets in Cantina, and then I like to refresh all the way up to when I get to 900, I stop on regular. So that's what I do. I've already opened up enough Chromium packs to know that they're really not worth it unless you're going to go stupid. That's what I meant about Leia. Way too iffy. Once your server matures, more and more your team's in the 28k power range. Yeah, true. And losing the 2 times will mean defeat. The info helps bunches in Galactic Wars, especially on those super OP teams. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's see who our next team is. Okay, more 70s. Well, we got a 65 Kylo. Okay, they're not 7-star, some of them. So Savage Opress, you got to watch out for him in Galactic Wars, man, because you get low, he will destroy you. Let's see, we still need Poggle, right? Yeah, we still need Poggle. Let's see. It's gonna be fast with Yoda. Yoda's just fast. Qui-Gon Jinn, he's still faster than Yoda though when he's lead. Let's see. Do we want to run this team? I think we should still run this team. Let's just see. I might switch out. They do got AoE though, so I might switch out Poe, but I don't know if it'll really matter. Let's try to get rid of. I would think we would want to get rid of Yoda. I would think. He's only 5-star too, so. And I hate to waste that on him. Let's stealth her. I haven't stealthed in a while with her. So there goes Yoda. Now I'm thinking maybe Lumi. Oh, better get rid of Kylo because he's got the stupid healing immunity. We got the heals to take damage as long as we don't get the immunity on. Then it sucks. Oh, see right there. Dang it. I don't think we're gonna be able to stick with this one. Because he's gonna be immune. There's no reason to go with it because we could maybe put in could maybe take out JC and put in Bears just to be safe. She just does like no damage. Okay, let's go for. Guess we'll stick with Yoda. Okay, he's dead. Good. Okay. Take him out. Yes. Good. Okay, now we'll go for Lumi. So now we don't even need Bears, but it's okay. Let's throw the AoE on them. Oh, we shouldn't have done that maybe because Opress gets buffed from getting hits. Forgot about that. Oh well. I think we're okay. Heal. Heal again. It's hard. Okay, cool. I think we're all pretty much healed up. Put JC back in probably. All right, so here we got another tough team. We're definitely going to have to throw somebody at this team. Let's see who we want to throw. All right, let's try this and see what happens. Let's go for DACA. Well, it is going to matter, but not a lot. But sometimes it's just enough to get you through it. So we'll see. I'm going to do this one without Barris. Let's just see. They got Kylo too, though. Dang it. I'm going to try this probably a couple different ways. I'm going to try it with DACA first. And then we might have to go we might have to go Sid first. Okay, let's do that. Let's drop in Barris for Lumi. I'm thinking maybe let's just go Sid and hope she doesn't res him. And then we'll go Kylo. Yeah, we got a ways to go on Barris's heal, so I'm a little worried about that. Oh, I hate to waste that on him. Ouch. Okay. So it's not going to work. Let's just try it. I'm going to move some people around. And like I said in past streams, I'm not opposed to losing Poe. If I lose Poe to get through a battle, I'm fine with it usually. Okay, she wasted her heal. She killed Poe. So it's just doable. Oh, I should have saved that. Okay, Lumi's got heal up next, so we will pop that. So we should go fresh into the next battle. Pretty much healed up. Okay. So imagine that, more 70s. So let's see. Let's just see how much this is going to hurt. Okay, this is doable. I think JC should be able to heal soon. Dang, I wanted to get the healing debuff on him. Well, might get him. I think let's go for Lumi. So next turn, I think either JC or Lumi can heal. So those should be up in the next fight. Okay, let's just give it a go and we'll see what we can do. We might need to take out and put in Barris. Let's just see. Come on. Yes. Ouch. Back in the game. Their Barris isn't going to hit very hard, so we'll just go for Eathcoth next. And we can use our Barris if we need to. Okay, she's going after Qui-Gon. Might as well use that. Get everybody back up to full health. Pretty close to it anyways. Yeah, do it. Okay, we're on the last match now. Okay, so we got, is that Poggle or is that GS? It's Poggle, isn't it? Yeah, Poggle. Okay, so we know that Poe already taunted, so that's going to be on cooldown. So I think we take out 88. Okay, now we're going to go target Sid next. Nice. Now we can just auto it. Sweet. Well, that's it. We completed Galactic Wars. So it was rough for a little bit, but we got through it. Having that deep roster helps for sure. So okay. So we got that out of the way. Now we can look at. Let me see where I'm at on this Galactic Wars. I missed that on this? No, I got it. Okay. See, oh, okay, I did some of the Galactic Wars on this side. Let's take a look at the chat here. Darian said, "Rogue, who do you have 7-star already? Once I finish my Jedi team and building a droid team for Arena, can't get better than top 20 in Arena." The retreat, Smite said, the retreat should be limited. It could be, but all you got to do is double tap the app and force close it, and it'll reset. So if you ever, just a tip for you guys, if you don't know this, we talked about this in a past live stream. A lot of people didn't know, is that if you double tap your app or like in Google, go like this and just force close it, and when you open it back up, it'll reset the whole match for you. So if you forget to retreat and you get to defeat, where it even says defeat on your screen, force close the app, and you'll come back and it'll reset the match for you. So that happened. That happened to me before, where I forgot to retreat, or I didn't get enough time to retreat, so I just force close the app, and then you can it'll restart the match. Juan said, "Would you say the Lumi lead is better sometimes? I always straight run Qui-Gon. Yeah, sometimes it was recommended to me in one of my streams. I was doing Galactic Wars. I was having a tough time, and we ended up ranking up Lumi's leadership ability and tried it with her, and it seems to work sometimes. Sometimes I'll run Barris lead too. It just depends. Rogue said, I never farmed Jedi. Didn't want to derail, so I only got Lumi 7-star from Jedi, JC 6-star for Galactic Wars, but I also have Sid, Daka, Kylo, Phasma, Dooku, IG-86, can 7-star IG-88, but don't want to spend the 1 million. And Luke, don't ask. I have no idea why I started him early. Vim said, Grats, Darian, Savage or Akbar don't interest you. I just want Akbar for the extra heal in Galactic Wars. I always beat it, but it's getting harder. Here's the secret weapon for Galactic Wars. I'm going to do that on this account, just so you guys know, especially if you're free to play. This is going to be my secret weapon for light side battles and Galactic Wars. Ewok Elder is so head and shoulders above Daka that you actually are guaranteed to res somebody with Power of the Forest. So you're going to revive a random defeated ally with 30% health. So if you only have one ally that's dead, you're going to guaranteed to revive them. Then also when he uses his heal, you have a chance to revive. Now they're only going to be at 1 health, but obviously that'll go. As I rank his powers up, they'll res with a better, better buffs or heal or whatever. So that's an option with Ewok Elder. A lot of people talk about him. If you go to the Reddit and look at the tier list they have there on Reddit, Ewok Elder is one of the top tier, right up next to Leia and them. So great utility character. If you haven't opened him up or you have him and maybe haven't done anything with him, he's somebody you definitely want to look at. He's who I'm going to build for my light side team here. I'm going to put Tebow as lead. I'm going to get the Ewok Elder ranked up, and then the Scout somewhere here. My Scout's only 1 star, so he gets stomped quite a bit. But as you can see, I'm working towards getting some more shards, at least 2-star him. 2-star him in good gear, he's viable. He's actually pretty tough, pretty dangerous, the Scout. And so Ewok Elder, Tebow, the Scout, and then I'm going to stick in Chewie, I think. So it's not going to be a heavy damage team, and then JC, but I should be able to keep people up to 3-star. All of my allies are like level 70. So all my damage is going to come from my allies. So I'm going to have my allies doing all my damage, and I just need to make sure that I keep all 5 of my characters alive so I can 3-star it. So that's what I'm using Ewok Elder for. And a free-to-play, you can definitely do it. You can definitely get him and the other Ewoks. And then I think there'll be a good little team to run in Galactic Wars with that revive ability of the Elder. So I'm also going to go – I'm still going for Daka and Cantina on this account, but I want to have Ewok Elder as well. I think he's going to be a good utility character, someone you should definitely look at investing in if if that's the route you want to go. So let's see what other questions we got here, other comments we have in chat. Darian said, I've heard Luke is pretty decent with Sidious's lead. Rogue said, I got Daka, JC, and Lumi, so I'm usually fine for healers. Savage is interesting. Yeah, Savage can jack people up, man, when they get low health. I started Luke because when I started, I wanted a crit team with Baba lead, and then Speed Meta came. Yep, true. Vincent, I always run 7-star Phasma, Galactic Wars, and Daka 5-star. Yep, they're good. Darian, yeah, I pulled Daka out of Bronzium a couple days ago, talked about the Force being with me. I'll work on her when Qui-Gon is done, but I have her pretty geared up. Nice, that's good. A 4-star Daka, people say you can get away with a 4-star Daka if you just gear her. So you don't necessarily, mine's almost 6-star, and she's pretty well geared. I might just finish her to 6 once I'm done with Hoth Rebel Scout. But yeah, people say you can definitely do work with her just at 4-star. Just make sure you gear. Vrem said, "Hi, I have him 7-star at level 1. LOL. I think he means Luke." And Rogue said, "She is amazing. I did the same. Got her from bronze. Was farming Poe at the time. Just used to farm her node every day. Then when I had Poe, I switched her. Yeah, true. Ewok Elder only has 1 node available right now. Yes, that's true. That's true. But I'm going for more free to play on this account. Now, just so you guys know, I will make a confession to you. I did go ahead and purchase a couple crystals. So I wanted to get the refresh. I want to get up to 50. Looks like the top tier on my server right now is going to be about 50. We'll look at that in arena in a minute. It's like 51, 52 or something, I think. So I just wanted to get that up close. I needed a few more characters for Galactic Wars. I just needed a few bodies. I didn't even need like leveled up. I just needed a few bodies. So I did pull Maul out of one of those packs, and I pulled some shards for, I think it might have been one of the Ewoks, and I got Coruscant Underworld boss or whatever, which is actually kind of nice for that the Savage Opress challenge. I can't remember what that one was. As sport, I think the sport challenge. Is that what that is? Yeah. Just having an extra body in there made it nice. I only had 3 people that could go in that, so now I got 4 at least. I did pay the 100 energy to get 2 more stars for him, or 2 more shards, so I could 2-star him. If you guys were here for my last live stream or live stream before, I had a huge rant about the snowtrooper. But I do have him, and I did get a Ahsoka Tano opened up, and Kit Fisto opened up out of those. So I do have at least 2 other bodies I can throw in, for Galactic Wars. If I just need to throw in somebody, you saw me do it in my main account. So I did have them. And then now I'm just working on getting the gear up for these guys, which now it's a pain because now I got to start opening up more nodes. So hopefully, how close am I on DACA? On DACA, I am, okay, so I need about 28 more shards for DACA. Oh, I can almost get, actually, you know what, and all I do in Cantina is I just do Geonosian Soldier. That's it. That's all I do. I just do it over and over and over again. So I'm going to do that until he's probably 7 stars. So, oh, nice, a purple. So that's all that I do in Cantina. Did I get enough? Yeah. Okay, got enough to buy another DACA. Oops. Okay. So 57 shards in for DACA. And the other thing that I wanted to use some of the energy crystals for was I wanted to get some of these nodes. I mean, I got to get some of these characters start up. I just can't do anything with them. My main arena team, which right now is typically HK, Geo, IG86, IG88, and then either Jedi Council or Chewie, just depending. I have to be able to have some stars to be able to compete in there. Galactic Wars as well. I mean, my little scout, I mean, he'll just get one-shotted being only 1 star. So I'm trying to get the shards up for them. I've been doing some refreshes. That's really why I broke down and did that. It's just kind of catching me up because I didn't, this server obviously was progressing before I got to it. So I think I've done a good job without investing a lot into it to do that. I wish I really wouldn't have bought those 2 packs, honestly, but whatever. I should have just used that energy. I got the 3,800 left. So, let's take a look at Arena. I didn't do anything with Arena today on this account. I haven't had a chance. So, okay, I'm down to 45. So, I just did what I did last night at Reset to get my daily done. And then I didn't keep pushing forward. I usually will buy 1 more refresh just to keep me in the top 20. That's typically my goal, but I kind of slacked on that. And then today I missed it on my main account because I was setting up the stream, but whatever. Okay, these are getting progressively tough. So I haven't finished this in the last 2 days. So I tried this one. I did a little bit last night after Reset. I progressed through. I always do my first battle, and then I just kind of kept going just to see where I'd hit the brick wall. I don't even think I tried this battle yet. So we're going to go ahead and try this one. Let me see. Have I wasted any teams? Okay. Oh, they only killed my Royal Guard. So I could throw a team at this just to see. Oops. Just to see what happens. I don't think there's any leader people here, so it doesn't matter. So let's just throw these guys in and see if we can maybe get some cooldowns burnt and stuff for the enemy. Okay, we got Chewie to burn his taunt, so we'll see how that helps us. I really want to kill probably the Jawa because he can AoE and hurt my droids. So, yeah, JC is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Let's try. Let's try Chewie and see if maybe he can hold him off a little bit to where we can kill Jawa and get a heal off on JC. Okay. Oh, heals down. So let's go for. Man, I don't want to hit that dude because he'll counter me. So let's hit their JC. Okay, I got 2 turns on Chewie. Ouch. Ouch. I don't think this is going to work. I might need to bring in Talia. I think maybe hers is. Her heal might be up. Dang, I don't really want to lose JC. Yeah, let's try that. Right there would have been nice to have Royal Guard. But he's dead. Let's put in Talia and just see. I'm not sure if her heal's down or not. I don't know what that was all about, but okay. Dang, still got 1 turn for Chewie. Might get it. Don't even want to touch that 5s dude or whatever he is, because just counter you. Okay, ouch. This is gonna hurt really bad. I'm just gonna make it to where he hits my 1 dude, not both. Okay, now here's Chewie. I'm gonna heal with Talia. This dude's just gonna counter like crazy. Oh, great, Chewie. Okay. Hmm. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. Should I continue on with IG86 or should I start unlocking Lumi? Let me know your thoughts. I won't buy anything yet. I'll wait to see what you guys say in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, put in the comments. Let's see. Man, Talia's hurting. JC's hurting. Ouch. 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 Let's just stick in the little Ewok team and see what we do. I haven't done anything with these guys yet. This little dude's gonna get smoked. This little scout, but who knows? Stick him in. Let's see. Ouch. Probably shouldn't have used that because I really didn't need that turn meter yet gain for them because they already pretty much had full turn meter. I think he can remove his buff. I thought he resisted. Okay, so there goes Elder. He's down anyways. Chewie's probably not going to make it through this. Yeah, without the gear, these guys aren't that great. There goes Chewie. Well, we'll try this. See what happens. Not looking pretty. It's probably, again, I'm not going to be able to finish it, but whatever. Thinking, got to take out the Jawa because it'll stun us. Go kill Jawa here. Okay. If we can get to JC, I think his heal will be up. Yeah. I don't know how much this is really going to do for us, but we'll try. I didn't have to hit Chewie there, did I? I can go for... See if we can kill this chick. Damn it. HK didn't come back. Damn, I could have healed with him too. Now, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So let's just take a break from that for a minute. Now, I think we talked about this in the past. I think this over here with that three-eyed dude, I think this is going to be where they open up those packs that they have Datamined where you can buy, I think it's Darth Maul, First Order TIE Pilot, DACA. You're going to be able to buy some of their shards. I think that's what that's going to be. Kind of like they have the Erodium. I don't have it on here, but on my other account, the Erodium pack, I think, where you can get Rex. They're going to have an option like that where you can get Maul, DACA, and First Order TIE Pilot, so you'll be able to finish them off that way if you desire. I think they might be moving them over to here. I think that's what this might be. We'll see. We'll see what this is. We talked about that a couple live streams ago, what I thought all these different things were. We already know this one's going to be ships over here where that hut is in the back. So, but I think that's what that might be. Or they might just stick them in the shipments, or I mean in the data card scan. I don't know. But they're going to have it where you can pick who you want to go for. Do you want to go for DACA, Maul, First Order TIE Pilot? And I think there might be a couple other ones in there. Hopefully Barris would be nice, a nice one to have in there. So we'll see how that pans out in the next couple updates. Who was I going for here? Let's take a look. I was trying to gear up somebody. Oh, I think it was the Ewok Elder. Yeah. See if we can get him a couple so we can get him start up or gear leveled up. Yeah, another reason why I had to break down and get a few crystals for this account was because I could not stand not having sim tickets, man. Not having sim tickets is so freaking annoying. Need one more. There we go. Okay, so what level does that put him at? Okay, I'll put him at gear level 5. I just got him yesterday, so I don't think that's too bad. So he'll be gear. What I really want him for, man, is I really need that in these light side battles because it is so annoying to get to the end and you know you got an ally that can finish the whole match for you. You can complete the match or complete the encounter, but you lose a character and there's no way to get him back. So that's why I'm trying to work on Ewok Elder. And yeah, I know he is tougher to get. You can only get him out of this one node, which is, it's going to take a while, but 25 shards You know, if I just do a little bit every day. See how much of a pain he's going to be. But I did get farther today than I did yesterday in Galactic War. So I think having the extra, just a few extra characters really helps. So I'll do these later. Oh, 20. Oh, wow. Great. I think this one's just a quick. Yeah, that one's easy. Does anybody have Ewok Elder leveled up that's using them? I'd be curious to see what you think of them. Okay, so we're done with that for today, or for now. See what we get. Hey, we got one Stormtrooper shard. Sweet. Just what we needed. Might as well buy these now. Gonna need them eventually. Oh, I should have waited for reset probably. Oh well. Okay, let's see what we got going on in chat. Okay, sent my free to play an ally, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, try to get Vim 1984 as your ally. He runs a 7-star, full geared General Grievous. I think what's the other one? Is the other one a Ray? No, the other one's a Yoda. I think it's a 7-star Yoda lead on the light side. So yeah, I mean he's got some pretty cool characters that if you're allied with him you can use. How is Ewok Elder HP, speed, and damage? Let's take a look. That's not really why I was going for him, but let's just see. That's a good question to see what that would be. Okay, so speed is 114, power 55, and health 12. So really low health compared to some of the other healers. Speed isn't great, and power's all right. Let's see. What does it look like at 7? Guiding strike. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 60% chance to gain 50% turn meter and to grant other Ewok allies half that amount. So that's kind of why I was thinking to put him in with Scout and Tebow. Tribal healer. All allies recover health equal to 25. Okay, so this is max. So all allies recover health 25% of Ewok Elder's max health. And lose all negative status effects with a 30% chance to revive defeated allies at 10% health. So fully trained, that's not that bad of a power. And then Power of the Forest, an 8-turn cooldown. So you got really one shot probably at this, depending on the fight. Revive a random defeated ally at 40% health with a 40% chance for Ewok Elder to gain 45% turn meter. So he's not super hard to gear. I mean, he's only 120 purples to gear. So he's cheaper even than GS or Hoth Rebel Scout. So he's one of the cheapest I've ever seen to gear. So he's somebody just to put in there, I guess. He's a utility character, you know. I mean, he's not Qui-Gon Jinn, he's not Rey or Leia or anybody like that, but I think he's a good utility character for the right situation. When you have him, I think you'd be glad that you did. So, okay. Okay. I didn't bother. Ewok Elder is a pain to farm, in my opinion, not worth farming at all. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to do a little bit every day. I kind of just like I do with Ray on this account, I just do a few, and if I get some, I get some. Um, okay, yep. Them, I'll show that video actually next. Let's go ahead and show the video of where is that? Let's see. Is that it? No. Here it is. Okay. So let's take a look at so this is his Grievous and Lando that he did in Galactic Wars. I believe that's what this is. So we'll go ahead and watch this. So this is his 7-star max geared Grievous paired with Lando. Yeah, how do you not love those quad lightsabers? That's sick. How did JC heal through a healing immunity? When that healing immunity had on him, he just healed through that. It was weird. So there you go. That's 7-star Grievous. Um, yeah, and paired with Lando, it looks pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about him, about that particular team is it's slow. It's really slow. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, there's definitely some work to be done on some of his gear and stuff, as he said. But yeah, it's a cool video. I like seeing General Grievous 7-star. Not many people have him fully geared, so that's cool to see that. Let me see, where was I? Them said, well, let's do what Rogue said. Rogue said, if the meta slows down and healers become more viable, that AoE heal immunity will be awesome. True. Vim said, what I want to do is level my train. Level my train. I'm not sure what he meant by that. And use him as lead with Veers, Lando, General Grievous, and Royal Guard. Who were you saying you want to level your who? Who is it? Level somebody and use him as lead with Veers, Lando, General Grievous, and Royal Guard. Um, okay, I'll see what he says about that. Oh, level his Tarkin. Okay, level his Tarkin. Okay, so he wants to level Tarkin, use Tarkin as lead, and then put in Veers, Lando, General Grievous, and Royal Guard. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be a good team. Let's take a look at the arena here and see the ranks, like at the top. This is on my what was my free to play. So you could see 51, 53, 52, 51. I'm not that far back. So if I use this just to refresh, I'll be caught up in the top. But look at these teams, man. Look at these teams. There's no droid, no free to play teams. DDC, there's one. That dude wasn't up there. He must have just pushed up. That dude wasn't up there till recently. So in the top 15, it's all pretty much Qui-Gon Jinn teams for the most part, and a couple Sids. And even those ones that have Barriss and Anakin, I'm assuming probably have Qui-Gon on them too. So, yeah, there's definitely some work, man. There's some work you got to put in. And I'm at the level where I'm right on the cusp. I can't get to purple on some of my guys yet. I got to get a couple more levels. Like HK, he needs to be 51. Do I even have access to this yet? Yeah, okay, at least have access to them. Some of them I don't have access to their, like Geonosian Soldier. Look at that. Can't even get none of that for a while. So it's going to be a little bit for him. Some of those I can't even open up to like level 54. And then IG 53, 51. Jedi Counselor, you can always gear that dude, no matter what level he is. Yeah, I could do some on IG-88. So I need to work on IG-88 a little bit. But let's go ahead and let's see how far we can get on here. I haven't been paying attention to this as much, so I fell back pretty far. Let's try for that 36. See if we can get them. Yep, there they are. Okay. Yep, Poe. So we'll take, I'm going to take Chewie, I think. Even though JC has got a little more power and more gear, I'm going to take him, though. Just try to offset their Poe just a tad bit, see what we can do. Ouch. I maybe should have took out one of the IGs first. Like they did to me. On my main account, I usually just always go for GS, but in this particular instance, I just don't have the burst. Ouch. Yeah, I should have took that team. It wasn't just Poe that did it. I should have took them. Should have maybe just went a little different route. Attacked one of the IGs first. So it's just different playing a droid team. It's cool. I liked my droids. It's just different than my main team. My main team's so bursty. With Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia. So yeah, so let's take a look at the team I'm building now. So we know what my original arena team is on my main account. I'm going to flip back over to that. So this is my main account now. My arena team is Qui-Gon Jinn, Old Ben, Leia, Poe, and Lumi. They're all gear 8, I believe, except for Old Ben. I think he could be gear 8. I just need a few. Yeah, I need like 10 shards, and but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to invest that into him right now. I'm going to take him out. So this is going to be the new team. Let's go over to this, and let's go to the squad builder. And this is going to be my new team that I'm working on right now. So I already have Qui-Gon. I already have Leia, which is good because they're part of the foundation of this team. Then we're working on Rey. I have a 6-star Rey, and let's see, what is she? She is just doing her gear first. I'm not even messing with the levels on them yet. So, so she needs 7 more of these, which I'll finish at reset. She'll be gear 7. I'll promote her, or I'll level her. Anyways, we'll level her up to where she needs to be, so we can take her to gear 7, and then we're going to work on getting her gear 8. And then, of course, I got to work on over time getting her powers up. But right now, I want to finish my powers on Qui-Gon. I need these 3 right here to get to 7. And then Leia, I need these 2 to get to 7. So Hair Trigger and Rebel Tactics. And then she's done. And then Qui-Gon's done. And then we'll focus on Rey. After Rey, we will be going to Ocean Soldier. Will be our next person added to this team. And he is, right now, he is, I have enough to 7-star him. So after I get done with Rey, I will do GS, and I will get him to gear 9. Now I need 300 purples. I needed 300 purples for Leia, and I'm gonna need total of 300 for Rey. I'll need 220 for GS. So GS isn't quite as bad, and GS will go up to gear 9. Whereas the other ones are gear 8. And then finally, our last piece of the puzzle is going to be the Hoth Rebel Scout. So with him, that's what I've been doing in Cantina. He can be promoted to 6 stars, and I need about 50. I need 50 more Cantina credits or whatever to get him to 7-star. So he'll be my last one. He's only going to take 150 purples to completely gear. So I'm going to save him for last. So that'll be the team. And this team, if you take in Qui-Gon Jinn's speed, these are 5 of the top 10 fastest characters. And we know right now the meta is all about speed. So these characters are super quick, and they all synergize with each other with buffs, with assists, and with basic attacks. So as we know with Rey, as long as she is buffed, I mean, she's just a beast. She's just gonna smack people down. As a matter of fact, I have a couple allies that have 7-star Rey max gear that I've just used in like light side battles and Cantina battles and stuff. And I mean, she just crushes people. She's hitting for like 10K. So Qui-Gon Jinn's going to hit first. He calls an assist to, let's say, Rey. I mean, they're dead. They're just done. And then Geonosian Soldier, with Swarm, that's going to be on a every other turn cooldown. So he'll be able to call an assist. So if he pulls any of these 4 really, because they all hit hard. Even Qui-Gon's going to hit hard. But you pull the Hoth Rebel Scout as an assist. He has a chance to, I think, is it stun on his? What is his? His is turn meter. So let's pull up him on another window. Hoth Rebel Scout. Deal physical damage target enemy with 25% chance to gain 25% turn meter for all allies. So every time he uses basic, which he's going to be called, he has a potential to be called with Qui-Gon Jinn. He has a potential to be called with Geonosian Soldier. He's going to have that chance to give everybody 25% turn meter. So this is already the top 5. They're in the top 10, 5 of the top 10 fastest characters in the game. So he's going to have a chance to even speed them up even more. Then let's look at Leia. So deal physical damage target enemy with a 55% chance to attack a second and 40% chance to attack a third time. So, Qui-Gon calls her or GS calls her, she's going to be able to, if she hits that multi-attack, she's going to they're dead. And then, of course, whenever she attacks, she has a 55% chance to grant all allies crit chance up for 2 turns and a 40% chance to recover 5% of her max health. So with Leia, she gets that multi-attack, and she gives everybody crit chance up for 2 turns, which is a buff for Rey, which we'll look at next. And Ray is going to deal physical damage to target enemy with a 40% chance to gain foresight for 2 turns. So you're going to probably start with, so Qui-Gon's going to start. You call assist. Let's say you get Ray. She's going to use shifting strike on her assist, and she's going to have a chance to gain foresight. So right there, she's buffed. So when it becomes her turn, the next 1 or 2 turns, it'll be Ray. You can use a flurry of blows, and they're dead. You use flurry of blows on somebody, they're dead. They're done. So she's going to be buffed up. So she's going to have a chance to attack. She's going to attack them twice. She has a chance to attack a 3rd time, and then she will attack an additional time if she has a positive effect. So she will have a positive effect. So chances are she'll hit 4 times. They're dead. So this is the team that I'm building for my arena. And then Qui-Gon, keep in mind that Humbling Blow, if somebody does, they do have a Poe, let's just say, and you use Humbling Blow and you pull his taunt off, all allies are going to be buffed up with offense for 2 turns. So as long as we keep Rey with buffs on her, she's going to do major damage. The Scout's going to give turn meter, so we're going to be moving faster than we already are. And then GS has Swarm, which is going to call an assist as well. So it's stupid crazy. This team is stupid crazy. So this is going to be my next arena team. This is who I'm going for, or who I'm building up next. So right now I'm working on Rey. I still got to finish out the ability powers on Qui-Gon and Leia, but I'm working on the gear for Rey. Then I'll work on GS. Then I'll work on Hoth Rebel Scout. So that's going to be the team that I'm rolling with. I'm 10 shards in to getting her star 7, so it's going to be a while till she gets star 7. She'll be my last one to do it, but even at 6 stars, I think if you gear her up, she's going to hit like a truck. So that's what I'm going to be rolling with. So I'm going to take a look here. Let me see what you guys are. See, it looks like there's some good stuff going on in chat. Let me see what we got going on. Yeah, Rogue said if they keep the Datamined info for Qui-Gon Jinn leader ability affecting everyone, that's another reason why I'm investing in this team, because if that's the case, so just imagine these guys on this team with that extra speed. They're already stupid fast. So if that's the case, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if they can do that. I mean, that would make things crazy. Chris said, do you think Royal Guard could help mitigate the speed issues on a First Order team? Royal Guard could. Royal Guard can be really good. It just depends who you're running up against. First Order Guard isn't super tanky though, so just keep that in mind. I mean, he can be taken down for sure, especially if he's not fully geared or starred. Yeah, I talked about the Shaman. So if you, we'll have the replay up here in a little bit. Yeah, just so you guys know, the credit for this team goes to, I believe it was Kevin that is in FTB, the gaming group I'm in, and I think he also runs the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Cantina. So they're always theory crafting in that group. So if you guys are interested in joining a top group, and once guilds come out or whatever in the game, because they'll eventually have them, that's kind of how that all comes together. But if you go to SWGOH Cantina, you can see FTB there. You can click there, or if you go to my preferred favorite site of all time, lordskunk.com, you can get to FTB right there as well. Along, it's got a lot of other great links, and that's my blog on there as well. So let's go to FTB. There we are. There's our stream right on my blog already. Fear the Boot. Okay, so 8 reasons why you should join. So you can read about this. They have different divisions and stuff too. See, I can't tell. Maybe it's two different guys I talked to in that group. I think there's a Kevin and there's a Kilvin. So I'm not sure who's who, but they're all good people, man. Look at this list here. You're gonna see all your people that you guys watch their streams of are on this list. So all the top players are going to be in here. If you look in here and you look in your server at the top, and then you look in those, you'll see. So I'm in the. I didn't join that long ago, so I'm in. Okay, so there are two different people. So Kevin and Kelvin are two different people. So I'm not sure which one's which, but anyways, I'm in this one. I'm in this Overseers one, and then there's Blackguards. So as you go down, maybe you're not quite as progressed in the game or whatever, or maybe the squads are full up here. They're going to start putting you in those. So there's room for people to join. But we use Line App, which is cool. With Line App, you can stay in contact. So there's 192 people in this group, so I can just say something in there, and if I have a question, they'll answer it, or they'll talk about different groups or teams or whatever, and you can see how people are doing on their server and what other teams are like on different servers. So it's cool. If you guys want to join that, I recommend doing it. And I mean, this Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Cantina, I've been using that since I first started playing the game. So they always got good info, private forums and stuff. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested in that. Okay, so Chris said, so maybe, I'm sure that auto-corrected, he said maybe Phasma lead, Royal Guard, First Order TIE Pilot, First Order Officer, and Kylo. So here's and I want to know what you're using it for, though. Are you using it for Arena, or are you using it just as your light side? I'll show you my squads that I'm kind of running right now, so you guys know kind of where I'm at and what I'm thinking. So for my light side team, I guess we'll break it down that way. So for my light side team, or my overall team that I would use, like even in Cantina, I'm running Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia, Lumi, JC, and if I can, like if it's Cantina, I'll put Sid in or somebody with some DPS. But that's typically my main that I'm using right now. Obviously, Ray and some of them will take over some of these spots. But for light side battles, typically using Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia, Luminara, Jedi Counselor, and then I can put in Oben, Poe, whoever I want. So those are kind of like my utility characters that I have for light side. For dark side, the way I'm thinking right now is I'm going to go Phasma, Royal Guard, Kylo Ren, First Order TIE Pilot, and then Daka. So I have a lot of allies that are running Phasma, Sid, or Daka. So it'll just depend. I also have Sid that I can throw into that team as well. So that'll be my dark side team to get me through those battles. Plus, they're a great B team for Galactic Wars. Very, very viable to get you through some of the Galactic Wars. I'll throw them in as a suicide squad sometimes, and they'll end up just winning the match. So they're getting a little bit behind on levels, but that's okay. I'll get them up when I have time. My main priority team obviously is my arena team, which we talked about, which is going to be Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia, Rey, Jyn Ocean Soldier, and Hoth Rebel Scout. And then, of course, I have Barriss Offee as a utility for Galactic Wars, which I actually haven't been using her as much lately. But I still think she's a requirement to have for Galactic Wars. So those are the main characters that I'm going after. So Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia, Lumi, Sidious, Counselor, Obi-Wan, Poe, Kylo Ren, Royal Guard, Barriss, Phasma, First Order, TIE Pilot, Daka, Rey, Jyn Ocean Soldier, and Hoth Rebel Scout. So those are the characters I'm focused on, and I kind of have a list now of who I'm going after gear for. So right now I'm going to go after gear for Rey. I'm focusing all my energy or whatever, my refreshes on Rey to get her gear, and then I'm focusing on my ability mats to close off Qui-Gon Jinn, then Leia, then I'll go Rey, then Jyn Ocean Soldier, and then the Hoth Rebel Scout. And once I get them done, once I get that arena team done, then I'll be 70 by that point. Should be pretty decently into 70. For a little while once they're all done, and then I can get like Phasma. She's not far off from being geared up pretty well. All my dark side team needs stuff ability mats put into their powers, but Kylo's already gear 7. Sid's already maxed. And then Daka, I'm not sure. I put her on the back burner for now and getting shards, but she's not far off from being gear 7. So, I have a kind of an idea of what to do. That's what you really need in this game. This game has so much stuff going on, and you can go so many different directions. Try to get a game plan of what you want to accomplish and do it. I know I'm going to have to get into some of these higher level light side, dark side battles to get some of those cleared out. Somebody said that, I think it was Cantina. Yeah, I think they said Cantina, you can get Barasafi shards once you get to the higher level Cantina ones. So that would be nice to get in there and farm some Barasafi shards. Maybe I'll stop farming her on the hard nodes, because right now I'm just farming her, Ray, and First Order TIE Pilot. So I might just stop with Barris, quit wasting energy on her, and put that energy towards getting the gear so I can be done with Ray. So Ray's still going to have a long way to go. She's going to be like Leia. Even once I get her to gear 7, she's still going to take quite a bit, probably 50 hard to get purples. One section of 50 hard to get purples for sure. On one of these to fill one of these gear slots. So she's next on my list. So tonight or whenever reset is, she will be at least gear 7, and then hopefully on her way to gear 8. So maybe 2 days, 3 days for Ray, and then she's done, and then we'll move to GS, who's not quite as bad to get gear 4, and then finally Hoth Rebel Scout, which is the easiest of the 5 to get gear. So that's kind of my game plan. That's my thoughts on that. Let's take a look. See what we got going on in Oh, here's a good one. Smite said, Han, Royal Guard, Ewok Elder, Lumi, and Ray, close to unbeatable. Wow, yeah. Yeah, if somebody killed your Ray and Ewok Elder rezzed her. Dude, they'd be so mad. Shut up, Vem. He said, doubt they would take a scrub like me. Whatever. I also read that Qui-Gon's leader ability will apply to all when fully. Yeah, that's what that's what it is in Datamined right now. I mean, that's what it's set as, so we'll see. Yeah, our speed is going to be the fastest by far, and I mean by a lot. Darian said, yeah, Ray. Yep, definitely investing in Ray. Skunk, that First Order team would be Arena just to mix it up. Yeah, I mean, they're fun, man. First Order teams are tough. I don't see many on my server. Everybody kind of followed my lead, though. First, it was all droids, and then I did my Qui-Gon Jinn team. I started Jedis, started doing that, and then I added in Leia, and then I added in Poe. So yeah, I mean they've all kind of followed my lead. They mostly went Jedi, but you will see a few throwing in some droid teams. So so Team Instinct. So there's another gaming group. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, kill Ray and then Ewok Elder brings her back. Yeah, that's sick, man. They're gonna be so mad. Okay, cool. So I'll check out that Team Instinct as well. I always like to talk to the top gaming groups and get different people's opinions and stuff. And always like learning about the game, man. You learn something new every day. That's why I appreciate all the messages you guys send, private messages, emails, and whatever. Telling me how these streams have helped you and stuff. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys spending time hanging out. I know sometimes the streams are long, but the reason they run long is because you guys are interacting in chat, and I appreciate that. So let's see. Anything else that I have? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have. I'm gonna look at my notes here. If you guys have any questions or any other comments, feel free to post them in the chat, and we'll go over those. But I'm gonna see if I have anything else here that I definitely wanted to go over today. So hang tight. All right, perfect timing. I just put that on an auto battle so I can use the restroom. Let's see. What questions do we have? Um, Skunk, try to apply, please. Okay, cool. Then that Team Instinct, yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Have you tried your new arena team yet? I wouldn't mind seeing it on your pay-to-play account. That would be cool to watch. That is, I just put that on that auto battle. Was that team? So it was. That's why I just threw it on auto. Why I used the restroom? It was. I picked up somebody's Qui-Gon Jinn. Let's see. There's Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, here's a Qui-Gon Jinn. So yeah, so Qui-Gon Jinn, Leia, Rey, um, the Scout, and then Geonosian Soldier. I just don't have them leveled up yet. I mean, it's a lot, you know. Obviously, to level them, I think it was like 1.3 million to level Rey. So I mean, I'll do it, but I want to get her geared up a little bit. But yeah, that's the team. Let's see them again. Let's just take a look and see how they do on auto. I didn't watch. I had to use the restroom, so I just threw it on there for you guys. So there was some action going on. But dude, yeah, even at level 45 star 6, Ray can do some damage, man. They're squishy though because they're low level. If I level them up to 67 or whatever I'm at, they do real good. Once I put some more ability mats in Ray, I already know what she looks like at star 7. I've seen her in action. It's tough, dude. I mean, this if she was star 7, level 70, she just like one shots all these characters when I use her as an ally. But her powers are only level 3, and she's only level 45. So I mean, she's hanging in there for sure. Look at her health compared to Leia's. The big difference. The health bars. I haven't put anything into Hoth Rebel Scouts, so that's why he got basically one-shotted. You know what else would be cool? I don't know if you guys ever played Marvel Contest of Heroes or Contest of Champions or whatever it's called, something like that. Um, I checked it out when it was in beta or whatever, or alpha or something. I don't know. But that game's kind of cool because they're in the arenas. They have like, you can do 3v3, 5v5, whatever. So it'd be kind of cool to maybe have some different setups, maybe like a 3v3. So we have some different comps that we can build, maybe even a 7 versus 7, 6 versus 6 or something like that. Or where you could bring an ally or bring a guild mate when the guilds come in to an arena or something. Some type of additional arena battles would be cool that they could set up. Just change the comps up a little bit. I mean, just adding one extra player or one extra character to that comp could change the whole thing. I mean, it changed the whole dynamic. Or making it 3v3. For certain arenas have a 3v3 arena. The synergies would be different. You go for different characters. So I think that would be really cool. So hopefully they'll add more stuff like that as we get going. I want to see replays. I went over that in a couple live streams ago. I think I talked about Injustice Mobile, the DC app, and how that has replay. I can look at the replays. I know how many defense battles I've had. I can watch the replay and look at all the stats from that battle, all that good stuff. I'd like to be able to see that in arena eventually. I'd like a live arena where we can just queue up. That would be cool. So hopefully we'll get some of this stuff as it gets going. I mean, it's got to be a popular game. Just looking at the forums. I mean, if we go to the forums, I posted my live stream thing. Let's see. Posted my live stream. We'll see. Well, when we find it, we'll see what time it is. But I mean, look at the action on these forums, man. I mean, people are all over these forums. Here it is. So we're already back on the second. We started at 7:22. So we're obviously hour and a half in, but an hour and a half on those forums, and we're already back on page 2. So, there's definitely some action. Oh, shoot. We got some comments. I didn't see those. Cool. And even with comments we've had, so that would have bumped us up. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of action in this game. People are interested in this game, so I know they're making money. They just need to continue. Maybe they'll build get more development staff so they can start fleshing out some of the stuff. I think that would be cool. So let's see what questions or what you guys are saying in. Which program do I use to play in Windows? I use two, depending on what you use. For my newest account, and I didn't know about this until recently. That's kind of why I made this account. This is just an Android emulator, which is cool. This one's called Andy. There's other ones that are out there too. Just you can Google Android emulator. But I like this. This is really cool. If I would have known, I mean, this is so much easier for streaming. I think it's better quality. To come through. I think the frame rates are a little better on this account when there's battles and stuff. So definitely would have probably just done everything here. Though I do like having access to it on my phone. On my iPhone, which my main account's on, my free-to-play, I use a program called Reflector 2. It's about $15, and that will mirror your phone through the Airstream or whatever Apple has, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but it will mirror your phone onto your PC. So you can use that. If you have an Apple device, you can get Reflector 2. If you have Google, if you already just have a Google account, you can just get this emulator, put it on your PC, and log in with your Google Play account, and it should pull your account information right over, so you can play it on your PC or on your mobile device or whatever that you're currently playing it on. But I like it on my PC, man. It's nice. It's cool having it on there. Yeah, 1 through 70 is 2.4 million. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of gold to level, a lot of credits or whatever you want to call it. Vincent said, I didn't realize Ray was only 45. Yeah, Ray's 45. I think Hoth Rebel Scout's like 45, and I think GS is 48. And they're just not geared, and I still need to promote GS, and I need to promote what's the other one? Hoth Rebel Scouts. I need to promote them. So yeah, so I'm kind of just chipping away at them one at a time, focusing on Ray. Like I said, get her done, then I'll focus on GS, and then finally I'll get Hoth Rebel Scout up. So Chris Lawrence, I kind of like that idea. Skunk defensive stats would be cool too. Yeah, defensive, it'd be great. I'd love it. I'd love to be able to watch replays so I can see how the AI is using, certain characters, mine and other people's. I'd like to be able to watch offensive replays so I can see what I did, what I liked, and what I could have done differently. If, for example, like on this account, I fought one I lost, I could look back and see what see what I could have done differently or whatever. It's just nice to have. Does Andy give you the Samsung pack for free? If not, if you sign in using BlueStacks, you get the Samsung bundle. Yeah, BlueStacks is another emulator. I'm not sure if I did. What was the Samsung pack? Tell me what was in that, and then I'll know. But yeah, I like playing on the Android emulator. If you guys have been playing on your iPhone or whatever, and you want to start a second account, I would start the Google one and just do it on your PC. So while we're waiting for him to reply in chat, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. The channel was 2 weeks old yesterday on Sunday, so I think we're doing pretty good with the channel so far. Again, I've been playing since I think since the beginning of February, because I didn't get the achievement for logging in every day in February. So that's a little bit about me. You can follow me on Twitter or Facebook. It's Lord Skunk One. My Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes blog is lordskunk.com. You can go to that. It has links to all the other everything you would possibly need for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes at the top of that. And what else? My ally codes are in there. I will try to add whoever I can. Right now, I'm adding only 70s. If you're not 70, I will add you once I hit 70 and I get through these dark side, light side battles, get all that stuff done. I'll help out people that are lower level for sure. So let's see if we got any questions. Okay, so Tassine, back, Sup Skunk, still streaming, I see. Hey, Tassine, welcome back. Andrea said, okay, but I only have iPhone. That's okay if you only have an iPhone. You can still, if you want to have a second account for any reason, if you did want to have a second account, you can still get a Android emulator. So I have 2 accounts, so it's up to you. Well, so one account for some people is enough. I just wanted it to have a different perspective. I wanted to have a free-to-play perspective, and I wanted to see how it would do streaming. So yeah, if you want to use your iPhone and put it, all iPhone will do is it will mirror your iPhone screen onto your PC, which is nice if you're streaming or if you're trying to show the game off to your friends or whatever. But you still have to actually play you still have to actually play the game from your device. So it doesn't really help like to look at the screen and then use that doesn't work. But if you're using Android, you can use your mouse to do all the stuff if you're using the emulator. Okay. Vim, thanks for coming. Darian, thanks for coming. Juan, hey, so I noticed that GS's next ability on Swarm is a cooldown, so he can constantly assist. Yes, that is currently in the game right now. That's a big discussion discussion for contention on the forums about how powerful Geonosis Soldier is already, and then to also get to basically use Swarm on every single turn. So right now, yes, if the game were to up the level cap and it sits as it is right now, Qui-Gon Jinn would give speed to everybody, regardless of Jedi, and Geonosian Soldier would be able to use Swarm every turn. Okay, the pack contains IG-86, 1 star, 400 crystals, 3 Darth Vader shards, 5 Snow Trooper shards, 5 Royal Guard shards, and 75,000 credits. I think I got that I think I did with Andy. I don't think it matters though whether you use Andy or BlueStacks. So if you're curious or if you're concerned about getting that, use the BlueStacks in because he confirmed that it was for sure. But I think I did get that. Andrea, okay, thank you. Juan, can you have 2 accounts on one phone? Android, GS will be OP if so. Yeah, for sure. I don't think they're going to let that go through unless there's some other switch to him. His other stats aren't really all that impressive though as you raise the level cap. So that might balance him out a little bit, but I still think having Swarm every turn would be really OP. But again, here's another reason. Right now, looking at what's Datamined, Qui-Gon Jinn is going to be super OP, and GS is going to continue to maintain that top spot, in the top characters of this game. So that's why I'm focusing on them. We already know Rey's beastly. Hoth Rebel Scout is just underrated. People don't know him because when you look at his base powers in the Cantina, when you're just looking at his character, let's see. Let's go back to my main account. So when you go to look at him, well, that's not a good way to do it because I already trained him up a little bit. But let's go to Cantina and look at, that doesn't show it either, does it? You'd have to look at him without being trained at all. And his powers look super weak. But if you train him up, then he becomes really, really, really strong, especially with that comp. So that's the reason why I'm going for him as well. Can you have 2 accounts on one phone, Android? Yes, I think that you can. It's all done through your Google. You have to have 2 Google Play accounts. You have to have 2 Google Play accounts. So you'd have to have your current Google Play account that would be tied to your account that you're currently playing. And then if you created another account on your phone, you'd have to create a new Google Play. And so you'd be essentially logging in and out of Google Play to access those accounts, those different accounts. But if you wanted to play your, let's say you have an Android phone and you want to play your that account on your PC or whatever, you can get that emulator, log into your Google Play account, and that account would be on your PC. So you could have it on both if you wanted to, because you can actually play it with Android on your PC. Hey, thanks, Juan. I appreciate that. He said, thanks for the stream. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that. Again, guys, before you head out, we're going to wrap this up here in probably about 2 minutes. I'll take any last questions that you have. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Please share the channel. Tell your friends about the channel. Tell your mom about the channel. Tell your sister, your brother, your cousin, your girlfriend, everybody. The more people we have subscribed, the better off the channel is going to be. The more additional views we'll get, and the more people that can join our live chats and discussion. I'm really pleased with our live chats, man. I'm really impressed by that. Like I said, it's only been about 2 weeks I've been doing the live streams for Galaxy of Heroes, and I really like. We got so many return viewers and so many people that come into the live chat and participate in the discussion of the game. So it's cool. Well, here's the deal with new servers. Here's the new server. So with a new server, you don't really know what you're going to get on. So what you want to do is you want to get on, make an account, level it up to 10, check the server, see how high the #1 spot is. You can start a new server like me on my main account. I started a real young server on my free to play. I think I started a pretty young server. I got lucky on both. But I mean, you could get on the tail end of an already, semi-established server. So it's just going to be based on luck. So before you invest too much into it, I would double check your server. Once you get to level 10, you can check out Arena. Just look at ranks and go all the way up to the top. Let me see. I'll do it in here. So go to Arena and go to ranks, and then just look at the top. I mean, if it's crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, if they're 60s or high 50s, it's going to be a long road for you to get up there if you just started that account. So that's how it works. There's no way to select a server. It's just luck, really. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow, Rogue. So probably around the same time. But I think you're subscribed, so you'll get an alert. It'll tell you when I'm gonna be live. But it'll be definitely after 5 p.m. for sure. Probably a little later tomorrow. SMB Gaming. How can I get into FTB? Well, if you go to lordskunk.com or you go to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Cantina, both those have links at the top, and then it gives you instructions on how to join or how to apply. So let's see. Let's see. How do they? Is there a thing on here? I can't remember how you do it. I did it through. Oh, here it is, right here at the bottom. Join for the boot. So right here tells you exactly what to do. So currently recruiting is restricted. So they're going to ask you. They're going to make you get Line App. It's important. So here it is. So want to join? Download Line App. It's our primary means of communication. Send a message online to the screen name Kelvin. And include screenshots of your character list. So just go to your phone, snap screenshots of your roster, and then send those to him through Line. It's really easy to do. He'll have a quick conversation with you. He'll ask you some questions, and then he'll do that. You can tell him you're referred by Lord Skunk. That's fine. Just tell him you watch my stream, and that I recommended that you check out Fear the Boot, and you did, and you're interested in joining it. So there's no commitment level. There's no nothing that you got to do it special. Once you're in the group, just participate in the conversations, and you'll want to anyways. So it's good. It's good. It's basically like having a forum all the time. I mean, this is basically like a live forum. You can just ask questions. You can see all the chat going on in here, all the people talking. So this has been here's all the activity that's happened here. When I started the live stream, and this is all the activity that's been going on in there since our live stream has been on. So a lot of activity in there. And you can ask a question and it'll be answered within minutes. So it's really cool. Recommend checking it out. And also Smite recommended a group called Team Instinct. I don't know much about them. I'll do some research on them. But they're probably another gaming group. So Juan, I'll see you tomorrow. Juan said, I'll see you tomorrow. Going to create that second account and we'll get back to you. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Peace. Yep. Thanks, man. Cool. Perfect. Vincent, schedule for the live stream is anywhere between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Not sure exactly. You know, typically on average, I would say 7 p.m. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel and set up alerts. If you guys set up alerts on YouTube for the channel, if you're doing it on your phone, it's real easy. You just type in lordskunk.com, subscribe, and there'll be like a little bell next to it. Just click on that, and you can have it alert you on your phone or email or whatever works best for you. And then it will tell you when I'm streaming or when I add a new video. Smite said, thanks for the stream and keep it up. Thumbs up. Thanks, Smite. Appreciate that. Appreciate you engaging in the channel today. Cool. Looks like we got all the questions out of the way. It looks like I would say we had a really good live stream. It went always longer than we always expect it to, but that's okay. We always have some good discussion in there. So appreciate everybody coming. I will be back. I'm planning to be back for a stream tomorrow, probably closer to the 7 p.m. Eastern mark, somewhere around there probably is when that will happen, just depending on what I got going on. So thanks for coming, guys. Again, subscribe on YouTube. Facebook, Twitter is Lord Skunk 1. My blog, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes blog, lordskunk.com. Fear the Boot, you can find on there as well, along with some other great resources and links. So thanks again, guys, for coming, and I will see you soon.